can swim. Just can't walk or dress myself. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Salute, and welcome. Welcome back to the Black Ocean. Now, when we get deep in with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Oh, y'all know what I'm about to do tonight, don't you? Oh, I hope you know what I'm about to do tonight because, see, let me tell you something right now. I know I done made a lot of the little Commandment K Hive or whatever you want to call them. Man, oh boy, they pissed at me, boy. So, some more y'all finna unsubscribe after tonight because I'm finna go in because let me tell you something. I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. At the onset of the broadcast, if you're a person that worships celebrities, athletes, and entertainers, and you think that nobody's supposed to critique them when they're off code, well, you gonna hate this broadcast tonight. I'm finna light your homeboy Rickey Smiley up. Oh yeah, I'm finna have to get him. Cause see, look, let me say something. Me going record and say this. I'm speaking for myself. Okay, I'm not speaking for the other brothers and sisters in New Black Media regarding this, because you know me, when I swing, I swing to aim at the head. And that's what I'm going to have to do here tonight. Because, see, this is no laughing matter, family. We are in critical times in this hour of our history where we have to make intelligent decisions, okay? Long past hasn't been time for us to come into this era in Black America, okay? Where we're no longer making decisions based off symbolism and because we like a certain person or because we want representation. No, we need people that are qualified to fight for and actually provide tangibles for the agenda of the empowerment of the Black American community. Now, if we're not going to have that, then, hey, don't come asking for our votes. And that goes for either party. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to take care of business over here tonight. So I'm just letting you know, people gonna be angry at this, and salute to the good brother Christopher L. Ellis and the good sister Sakina Collins for the cash out. Thank you very much, Mr. Brother there and my good sister there. Thank you. Yeah, let me tell you something though. I'm gonna have to deal with something else here before we get on Rickey Smiley here tonight, because let me tell y'all something. You want to see me actually go ahead and take the kid gloves off? Start coming at some of these younger brothers and sisters in New Black Media. I'm going to have to deal with something here tonight because, see, let me tell you something. I'm a Gen Xer, all right? Then we know we have the millennials, then we have Gen Z. Now, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. The paramount job and responsibility of those of us who are Gen Xers, since we're the eldest out of those three generations I just mentioned here, our job is to make sure that we don't do what some, not all, but a lot of the boomers did with us. And that's stand in the way of the young people that are going to be the future of our country here and the future of Black America. We must also do everything in our power to see them when they're making strides with what they have and they're passionate about what they're doing and their heart's in the right place. Instead of trying to hinder them or mock them or ridicule them, we're supposed to put the wind at their back and put whatever knowledge or wisdom or resources we have at their backs as well. Okay, we have to make sure that they know that, yes, you might not have all the answers, you might not have all the experience, but that's the job of true elders in the community. Okay, when you see the youth pushing and trying to do the best they can with something, you don't criticize them or ridicule them. You come over to them and say, hey, young brother or sister, I see what you're trying to do. Hey, if you need a hand, I got your back. Okay? And you show them the way forward. That's what you're supposed to do. So just know we're going to light some old Negroes up over here tonight. Oh, yes, we are. We're going to go ham on this one tonight, family. So with that being said, let me go ahead and greet my esteemed guests in the chat room here. Let me look up and see who I see joining us. Okay, let's see. I see Black Truth United in the building. Patricia Jenkins in here. Sandra Evans. Okay, I see Scylla T. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Good sister Opal Ivy. I see Dr. Chanel Phillips in here. Salute, good doctor. Seven Skills in the building. The sister Tanisha Murdoch is joining us. Let's see. Scroll down, make sure I don't miss nobody. My good brother CRU Reality. D. Holmes in the building. I see Sakina in here. Sidonia Snow. Andre Mobley Sr. in here. Salute to you. My good brother Bruce. Dad Miller TV. Demetrius Shepard. Let's see. I see Mrs. L. Salute to you and your husband, good sister. Jesse Paris, a.k.a. Shane Krumer for mayor. Okay. Let's see. I see Christopher Ellis in here, of course. Let's see. I don't miss nobody. Diesel Mike out there on the highways and byways. What's up, my good brother? Graham's in here. Charlie X is in here. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Kevin Blackwell, I see you. Cheryl Bryan, I see you, good sister. Let's see. Brandon McCullers in here. Mongo Slade. Derek Parker. Let's see. Only Pamela's Way. Beat Davis in here. Still Kevin Trees. Lakeisha Morehouse. Michael Williams in the building. Oh, man, we got the family here tonight. Oh, hey, listen, y'all came at the right time. There's a lot of people been speaking about this. No disrespect to them, but I'm not going to sugarcoat a damn thing over here tonight. It's off with his head. Voice of Reason for my people is in here. Let's see. Prince of Paraphernalia. The Hoodoo Trips in here. Saluting and welcome to all of you and everybody else that'll be joining us in attendance here tonight. So, family, now that I've explained what tonight's broadcast is going to be, of course, we're going to go ahead and start this thing off with sponsors because, as I said, we're going to be in a critical hour of our history here. We're already in this critical hour. So one of the things I am an advocate of over here is the Second Amendment right. And I always advocate for you to practice that. So I'm going to show you something that I recently added to my arsenal. Okay. And I would prefer you all to consider it, adding this to yours as well, especially if you're a single sister by yourself. Okay. You don't have no man for whatever the reason. You should still have a way to protect yourself in your home and have surveillance around your home. Okay. It's not expensive for either of these things. If you got money for the club, for hair, for weave, all this other goofy stuff, going out to eat every time you turn around, take a portion of that and invest it in surveillance and self-defense. Okay. Let me talk to you sisters in particular. This is not going to be a time. If you know this applies to you, if you one of the hard heads out here, ain't nobody tell you nothing, you can do it all by yourself, you don't need no man. Okay, cool. I'm not going to knock you for that, but I still want you to be safe. And you're going to need the things that I'm talking about here because, see, these white supremacists are getting ready to show their ass no matter who wins. I don't care if it's Donald Trump, which is most likely will be, if he can keep his damn mouth closed long enough and quit shooting himself in the foot. He got it in the bag. He just got to stop shooting himself in the foot, him and J.D. Vance. Or if it's commandment, we already know the hell we finna catch over here. And particularly, let me speak on that. If you are a single sister with children, you better take to heart what I'm telling you here tonight, because these illegal aliens up here, they gonna target your kids, okay? Especially small kids, particularly young girls. And look, I don't give a damn who get mad. The places that they come from in their homelands, they do this all the time over there. This is why you seeing the crime that they commit, okay? They treat women and children horribly, all right? You got to understand these people are not like us, pun intended, all right? So I'm going to go ahead, play this first sponsor. For those that might be asleep, like the last broadcast, wake y'all asses up. This is the U-235 Armory M22 combat shotgun you're going to be seeing. It's going to be at the end of the doggone reel here, okay? Had some folks asleep last time. Y'all got to cut that out. When something is right in front of you, take notes and pay attention. Don't need you awake because, see, you better understand that where we finna go, that's not going to be a trivial thing, especially if you're the head of a household and you protecting your family. Get your mind together. Put that goddamn drink down. Put that smoke down. Get your body right. Get your mind right. Be prepared to defend yourself. Go ahead and play this.
Gorillas, rock choppers, and draw figures. We bust shots and slugs on hot blocks with thug figures. I'm done talking, I come walking, short stalking. If it's beef, I shine in the dog and I keep my gun stalking. But it's the dirty, we young figures, love pickers. We don't stunt in front with ya, we hunt and come hit ya. Yeah, like Craig, me and Steve Mob run this. We go toe to toe and in the world when Yellow Sean done this. They got me laughing and joking, pistol blasting and smoking, mashing, asking for action while they gagging and choking. Yeah, it's real, boy, them feel boy be thuggin' out. You best watch your feet on the mat and step into the southern house. the dud. Boys real in the field, it's the dud. The dud, the 50, nasty, dud. The dud, the dud. Boys real in the field, it's the dud. The dud, the 50, nasty, Benny Bowles. They zoomed out like that low down, nasty, filthy fella from the field. Dedicated to Southern housing, and better make a meal. The Southern way, no other way, there's no better way to live. By Shillbilly, so they will. White King needs to go real. Touch the crump for your station to bong. By the bass in the drum, while you're blazing the gun. It's too dirty, ain't no blazing this bum. Represent the place where you from, the gritty Benny player. Suburban's on 20s player. See me when a gritty player. Rolling dreads, bald heads, face, rose and black. With watermelon, pecan and peaches.
Salute to my good brother, Black Truth United, for the cash app. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you, thank you. And I'm going to say it again because I know some of these jokers out here, I know the brothers, y'all going to get up on it, okay? So put it like this. Ladies, if you've ever spent between $500 and $800 on hair, some outfits, some goofy shoes you probably going to wear once or twice and forget about, you can spend the money to get something that's going to help you protect your home in the event of an emergency, whatever the case may be. Now, I know what a lot of you sisters are thinking. If you're not accustomed to handling firearms, trust me, with that grip on there, you can handle all the kick that it has, which is not a lot for a combat shotgun, okay? Very versatile. A lot of attachments you can add to this, fellas, okay, for those of you that are into, like, firearms, ballistics, and whatnot. Whole bunch of different types of ammunition you can put in there. I have to put that on Patreon. Can't go into detail about that on YouTube. But I still suggest that all of you go ahead and add that to your repertoire and your arsenal. Okay? Home defense is a big thing. You're going to need that. Trust me, you're going to need it. Don't be the person that wait till you in a situation. Oh, my God, what would that GBS said to go get? Get it now if you able, okay? Or something, all right? But I would recommend that because, I mean, look, crowd control, okay? Thing about a shotgun, you don't have to be the best marksman it is, all right? And it's got a lot of stopping power. Let me tell you something, boy. That bad boy right there hit you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you briefly because, see, I will never put y'all up on something that I don't own. That joke can easily crack a cinder block in half. I've done it myself, okay? Everything that I get, I put it through its paces. So I strongly and highly recommend that, all right? So now that we've gotten that out the way, you know I got to make it laugh before we get into what we're going to be discussing here tonight. Oh, yeah, I got to make it. This is hilarious. Family, this brother here, some of y'all might know him. He has an Instagram page by the name of Burt C Comedy. Probably put you in the mind of the good brother Tony Baker. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the brother Tony Baker does a lot of stuff with animals and whatnot. And I thought this was hella funny. So I said, you know what? I'm going to share it with my audience over here tonight. I want y'all to check this out, man. This is going to make you crack up.
So hungry, bro. First thing come down here, we jumping, we
chill
eating.
out, bro. Chill out.
What
bro,
you say,
chill out.
bitch?
Shit,
Oh,
they go
sound
big
like they said the
man,
first thing
shit.
come down here, they finna
Rhinos.
eat. How you supposed to eat something walking away, bitch?
Hey, chill out, bro.
Soft
We don't
ass.
want no smoke. Just go
You
ahead
ain't
and do what
gotta
you need
walk
to
the
do.
smoke, player. I'm a walking chimney. Come get
You know
some.
y'all supposed
of
to be
it,
the
bitch.
king of the jungle.
Come
Hey,
try.
bro, you
Come
sure
get
we
some.
supposed to just be walking away? Bro, I ain't trying to get Mortal Kombat fatality. Let's just go, man.
Oh, it ain't over. Your girlfriend tougher than you. At least she would have tried.
Oh, man. I thought that was too funny when I saw it, man. Hey, man. Buddy said, I'm a walking chimney. I'm going to bring the smoke to you. Man, look. You know what that reminded me of, November? You know what that reminded me of? Let me talk to you for a minute. That reminded me of like a lot of these loud mouths that be barking, these goofy white supremacist trolls and other kinds of trolls. They got so much to say on the internet. Then they mess around to see you in person. They just be just like them lying. They turn their back and go on here and walk off. I'm like, I was just trolling. No, come on over here and troll. See, you know what I wish? I've said this before. I wish that all social media platforms had what's called a fade button. And if you hit this button, whoever talking shit appear in a Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. Okay? And you got to back up your words. Now, if you don't, then they agree to go ahead and hit the fade button and come on in, and they permanently ban your ass from all social media. Boy, I would love to see us get to that era. I see y'all laughing in the chat room. We need that, though, ladies and gentlemen. We need that. We need a fade button for all these goofy trolls because, look, the trolls, man, I can't take them serious because these were the clowns that, hey, they couldn't come outside, you know what I'm saying, when they was kids and do all that. So the internet was the greatest gift in the world. They get to talk trash. They would never talk in prison. So, y'all don't crash out for the goofy trolls unless they put their hands on you, okay? You know what I'm saying? But hey, maybe one day, you know what I'm saying, we'll be, in an advanced society where we can get our fade button. But we got a little bit of business to go ahead and take care of because, like I said, all jokes aside, now we got to get serious because I told y'all I do not play about old bastards and bastresses. Yes, that's right, bastresses, the feminine form of bastard, coming at our young people today in this time that they're in when it's so expensive for them just to get a start, to get out on their own apartments and stuff, which should be their first starter home, living on their own before they get a house. Got to have 3 times the rent, okay, and just all these crazy prices with this inflation. Jim Crow, Joe Biden, and Rich, thank him for that, okay? Let me tell you something, man. You old bastards, if I catch any of you coming at these young people that I know personally that are trying to do the right thing out here and are upstanding members of the community, I'm coming at your head, man. I ain't gonna let you do it, dog. I'm not gonna let you do it because, see, like I said, you have to set an example to the young people, not only that you have their back when you see them trying, because that motivates them to do more, but you want them to know that, hey, it's your time to be in my position as an elder in the community. This is what you do for the young ones behind you. See, we got to keep that synergy going. That's how it should be. And, even though it wasn't for the case with a lot of Gen Xers, one thing about it, if you go through something and you see, hey, man, this was messed up, I don't like this. The thing that is great about life, should you continue living, the blessing of continue to live, you can say, okay, I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen to the younger people up under me. Okay? So I just got to go ahead and get that off my chest because, see, we're going to have to straighten some of these old sambos. Let me tell y'all something, man. First of all, let me give this sister her props, and I'm going to tell you why I support her, because I'm not going to say she's the only one, because we have our good sisters like Vicky Dillard and, several others, but we don't have a lot of sisters that's stepping up out here to speak this truth and do their part in the community to educate and enlighten our people in new black media. We need more sisters out here that's on it. Shout out to my sister Brooke as well up there in New York. But we got to give praise and flowers to our good sister ZZ. Her A to Z TV is her channel name. And I saw something recently, and I came across this at random on her Instagram. I didn't even know this had happened. If I find that tweet on X, well, it was on Instagram, but I would say if I would have caught it, man, I would have lit this bastard up. I'm going to play something for y'all, man. And, I'm going to just let y'all hear it because, like, the commentary that I'm going to give on it, man, is going to be brutal for the bastard that was coming at this sister. And let me go ahead and say this. When it comes to the sisters that's in new black media that we respect and know are trying to do their best, I'm going to tell you, man, they protected over here. We'll bite your damn head off. And look, let me be clear. We're not talking about these goofies that's running around out here starting shit all over the place. Let me go ahead and be blunt with this. The ladies that are over here in new black media, notice I said ladies, not just female or woman, ladies. The women that don't go around trying to argue with men, the women that only try to stay in their lane, you come attacking them, man, we gonna tear your ass out the frame for that. You don't get a pass on that, bro. I don't give a damn who you are. See, the thing about me, the way I was raised, I've got celebrities in my family, athletes, entertainers. Hell, what I do with executive security, hey, sometimes some of them are clients, okay, of myself and my uncle, but I don't worship them. I don't worship any of them, man. If you off code, you gonna get the business, okay? So I'm gonna play this for y'all, and salute to my Lieutenant Tam Chan that I saw in here. Salute to you, sister, just saw you. See my good brother James is in here as well. But let me go ahead and say this. And salute to the good sister of Goddess Navy. I just saw you, sister. Let me say this. You celebrities that have jumped on to these new black media spaces and these platforms, and PukeTube has pushed you up to the top of the algorithms above us, let me go ahead and straighten y'all out on something right now. You're going to respect the OGs of the yard, okay? And that's us in new black media. A lot of y'all just jumped into the podcast thing when you was looking at our channel. You were like, hey, I can do that. and you brought your asses over here. And see, here's where I really put my foot on their necks at before I play this. It's one thing if you were going to say, hey, man, you know what? I'm in the NFL, the NBA. I'm out here in Hollywood, man. I can't say too much. I'm trying to get my bag, so I'll just support quietly. I could almost halfway respect that. Couldn't totally respect it. I could halfway respect it and understand. But when your punk asses retire, and then you still beholding the master and you still towing the line, especially for Democrats, you damn shillbillies, you. Oh, we're going to give you that work. We're going to do, let me go ahead and put the redneck voice on. We going to learn you around here today, boy. You going to learn. You come over here in our spaces and get out of line. We going to check that ass. We going to check an ass right now because I'm going to play this from our good sister, ZZ. A to Z TV is her channel name. And after I play the commentary, I'm going to light this son of a bitch up that she's addressing. Because trust me, she can do it herself. She didn't ask me to do this, but Sister ZZ, I respect you. You have a fabulous fro. You're very energetic and intelligent. And we're not going to allow these people to come at our sisters over here. It's just not going to happen, okay? So I'm going to play this, family. I want y'all to take notes.
Your favorite curse word?
It starts with an M and it ends with not ER.
I comment on the post and I say, her laugh is the most egregious sound I've ever heard. And then I get an interesting mention from Terrell Owens out of all people. Don't listen to it then. You had to have listened to it more than a few times to not like it. Whoa, T.O. I didn't know that was your homegirl. I didn't know you was out here defending brown women. Nigga, yes, I've listened to it a couple times. I have had to listen to this girl laugh, this lady laugh so many damn times unnecessarily. Because that is her way of getting out a fucking question. She don't like to answer goddamn thing. And when she do answer things, it's, well, we can unburden the past that would have been burdened. And she be cackling the whole time. I'm gonna say this was a little coonish for you to get up in a real, actual black woman's comments and defending this brown ass, anti-black ass brown woman over a cackle. Baby, miss me. No, I don't want to hear her laugh and cackle. I'm sorry. She's a politician. She's not a fucking comedian. Even if she wasn't a politician, she's not funny. She got Karen humor. She laughs like a white woman. Hey, black people, I know black people say it with the AH. Black people, look, I know a little something, y'all. Look, I'm in the culture. Key.
Hey, I couldn't have said it better myself, but Sister ZZ, I'm going to pick up where you left off because that sister is an actual young lady with her head on her shoulders, and she ain't book dancing for either party over here. She gives the perspective on news, media events from the perspective of her generation, and see, this is why this is important. Whether it's the young men or the young women, but especially the young women, because it's not very many. It's important for sisters like her to be supported and let people know that the community have your back if these bastards come at you. To see, y'all know where I'm finna go with this. It's important because she can relate more to her generation more than some of us that are older. See, because let me tell you how I view new black media. I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I understand that, hey, there's some young people that when we get deep with certain things over here, not that they're not capable of understanding it, they would much rather probably hear it from somebody in their generation. I'm going to tell you why. It doesn't mean that they don't respect us or that, you know, there's anything wrong with them wanting to get things from younger generation. They probably say, okay, hey, if this person in my generation is talking about it, it hits more to home. Let me really go ahead and see what they're talking about and research it. Because see, for me, all I care about is that you get the information and they are the future. Okay. So let me go ahead and light you up, Terrell Owens, you bastard, you. First problem I have with that, let me tell you something, dog. You pick at a woman because ZZ is a woman, okay? She has a right to state whatever her opinion is on anything that's public in social media or whatever. She got the right to give commentary on it, whatever. So for you to be a little retired $40 million slave with your punk ass, you come over here and attack that sister for a comment she made because she didn't state no lies. Mammy ain't black. She's more like a Karen, okay? Definitely not anybody to be respected in the community with her political record and her personal life. I'm going there with both of them. And this is who you cutting for? Talking about how many times the sister ZZ had to listen to something? Listen, dog, let me tell you and the rest of these bastards something. You got something to say? You need to say it to the men in the new black media. Don't come over here at the women now, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not the only one that will give you this work. Brother, I'm going to say this to you. If I dig back in your history and start doing a series on you, and I'm going to make it where you can't strike the channel. Oh, boy, you don't want me to do that. Family, let me ask a question. How many of y'all know that I have a reputation for if you get my attention, I'm going to go all the way in? Remember old sweet tune Curtis Schoon? See, I went in the crazy. Man, let me tell you something, dude. Some of these people don't understand, those of us with platforms. You don't really understand what a lot of our specialties are. People come from different walks of life. A lot of y'all know my background. If I want to know something, I'm going to know it, okay? The real, that better be your last time coming at that sister, man. I'm telling you now, bro. I'm telling you. Go ahead and find somebody else to fuck with, all right? You're not going to get away with fucking with her. And then I see it, okay? Because she didn't ask me to do nothing, but I saw the shit. And if I respect you, I'm going to defend you, okay? So shout out to Sister ZZ. Just know the community got your back. I know I speak for many over here in these spaces about that. We don't play about our sisters over here, whether it's Vicky Diller, her, anybody, okay? You punk ass dudes, man, that Shillbilly nonsense, talk to the men, okay? We'll handle it from there. We'll have whatever conversation you want to have. You're not going to be coming at our sisters like that, though. Save all that sassy energy and point that towards them damn Democrats who you caping for a woman that's responsible for locking up countless black people, continuing the damn mass incarceration agenda of Jim Crow Joe Biden. Nah, bro. ZZ ain't mass incarcerated nobody. Get your mind right, dog. That's the first and last time I'm going to tell you about that now, because if I have to go in on you, bro, I'm going to pull some things out the crate a lot of people probably don't know about you. Play with it and find out. All right? So now, we still not done. Oh, no, we are not done, family. We got to deal with something else, because, see, just like I defend the sisters, I'm going to defend the brothers, too. You damn right I am. Oh, yes. I'm going to put this on the screen here. Yeah, my good brother Afro Elite. First of all, salute to that young man up there in Chicago holding it down with his platform, up and coming young activists, him and my good brother Black Alpha Network. Okay, back to business. If you haven't subscribed to the For the Culture podcast channel, you should. Okay, they doing a lot of good work, got a lot of things coming. Okay, but let me tell you something, man. First of all, we got to read what the tweet that I'm finna go into detail about why I'm finna get this old nigga on the right-hand side of the screen. My good brother Afro Elite, over on his own X account, was giving props to the Black Americans that, did the thing at the Olympics. So we're going to read the good brother Afro Elite's tweet. He said, Black Americans own the Olympics. Our culture was beautifully represented. Very true. I'm proud to see such Black excellence. Once again, we've shown the whole world that we are the best, okay? On behalf of Black America, thank you. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Now, this brother's on his page. And see, I want the rest of my fellow Gen Xers to pay attention, and you own Cold Boomer, so you can learn what a lot of y'all should have did. I ain't saying if you're not one of them, it don't apply to you, but there was a lot of y'all that didn't do this, because a lot of y'all fit this bastard on the right-hand side of the screen. Now, I'm familiar with this guy, this Ajuma Baraka guy, okay? Now, I looked into his background with that last name, unless he changed his name like a lot of these Pan-Africanists do. I'm not sure if he's one of us, but I don't care if he is, whether you're a tether or not. Listen to this disrespectful shit that he said, because see, let's read this, because I'm finna go in on his ass. He comes over under Afro's tweet and says, running, dunking, and performing for massa, you pro-American Negroes are something else. Well, Ajuma, let me talk to you for a minute, because see, just like I got on Terrell Owens, let me go ahead and read you your rights. Listen, you old bastard. You don't dare come at young foundational Black American freedmen, men and women that are proud to represent their heritage and culture in this nation. Let me say this loud and clear to everybody on the sound of my voice, because I got something else I got to address. If you not proud to be an American because you not from here and your lineage don't go back to the soil, that's your privilege and right. You don't come over here and tell us that we shouldn't be proud of this land here, where the blood and soil of our ancestors and the suffering and the sacrifice of our ancestors are bound into this land. You have no right to tell me and definitely not the future of our people not to be proud. If you didn't like the tweet, why didn't your funky old ass stay on your goddamn platform? And I don't give a fuck who he knows because I'm familiar with whose documentaries he's been in. I don't give a fuck about that. And I don't care how they feel about me addressing this. They got a problem. They can see me too. And they can get this work. Let me tell you something, dude. Don't you run your ass over to no young black American's profile with this, you pro-American Negroes. You damn right. See, if you knew anything, and this is why he's probably a tether, Grace Wisher, a little young black girl, sold that American flag. That's my flag, okay? That's the one that I have pride in for different reasons than white folks. Foundational black American freemen are the most patriotic people in this country, okay? We built this nation, and we defended it in every war that this country has ever had, even when this country didn't respect us for it. Now, if you don't like that, that's your problem. That's not our problem. Whatever homeland you fled from, if indeed he is a tether, you need to be focused on that. Because, see, while you getting at us for being proud to be American citizens in the country that is our home, a lot of you tethers aren't proud to even mention where you from. See, a lot of times when you go to look up their background, you ever notice some of them that you know are clearly not of our lineage, they just say American. They won't even mention nothing about home. Don't project that bullshit because you're not proud of where you from because you had to flee, flea bags, okay? First thing you can get on smoking, you out of there. Risking your lives, rolling on the first goddamn little raft you can build to float across seas and get ate up by whole kinds of damn like ocean animals and shit, sharks and stuff. Yeah, that's you. Hopping on trains and planes and shit, freezing to death. Y'all look at some of them stories, the shit that they do to just escape and see. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I've said this before and I'll say it again because I'm not an uncompassionate or inhumane person. If where you are is some type of bad situation where you got to leave a course, human life, you're going to do what you got to do to preserve your life. This is what I don't respect. Instead of you saying, okay, let me go to another Caribbean or African nation that's stable. Let me get my paper together and build. If I have to come to the West to get my education, get my money right, cool, I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to stay gone from where I'm from. Huh? I heard a tether in my good brother Tariq Nasheed's one of his X-Spaces, and shout out to my good brother. There was a tether where he was arguing with brother Tariq, and he said something to the effect of, my homeland doesn't define me. And I'm like, do you know how much of a coward you got to be and how disgraceful and pathetic you got to be to say that your homeland doesn't describe you? That's where you from, where you the majority. What you mean? That's where your heritage is. I don't understand that, family. Trust me, I got a broadcast coming up. I'm gonna have to go in on that particular subject. But how you disappear from where you born at and then don't even want to be associated with it no type of way. I can't, man, I cannot relate to that at all. And most of you can't relate to it. Even if you non-FBA in here, most of the non-FBA people over here, and shout out to y'all that's on code. You're always welcome over here. But most of the non-FBA people over here, I know y'all can't rock with that. Yeah, you might not be in the land where you born at, but you still proud of who you are. I know that for a fact. Fact to business, shout out to one of my good non-FBA brothers, my good brother Kid Gravity Beyond. Salute to that black man, man. Much respect for him, upstanding family man, my good brother, okay? Very intelligent dude. Subscribe to his channel, okay? And I can name several other brothers that are over here that are not of our lineage that act like they got some sense. But see, I don't respect this, dog. So Juma Baraka, I'm saying this to you. I don't give a damn if you see it, and I don't care who you cool with if they got a problem with it. You keep your mouth on your business, and wherever you from, if you not from here, okay? Because get it, a lot of them do change their names with that Pan-African stuff, all right? But if you are a tether, man, watch your mouth, dog. Keep your mouth off the young people. And see, y'all know I had to get him, right? Oh, y'all know I had to get him. Let me go ahead and show you what I had to give him the rebuttal here. Hold on. Go ahead and take these down because, see, when I see stuff like that, I don't see all of it. But when I catch stuff like this, I'm going to sign off and make it be known, just like I said, because that's the job of those of us that are elders in the community. And like I said, the good brother Afro didn't ask me to say anything. He didn't have to. I see what that young man is trying to do, and I see what he has been doing. And I respect it enough that when I see these old sons of bitches coming at him, I'm going to step in front of that. Okay, now he's his own man. He's a grown man. But what I'm saying is my act of good faith is to let the young ones know, we see that, we going to check these motherfuckers. Okay, this is what I told them. You see if you agree or disagree. I said, listen, one thing that will not be tolerated is you old Negroes attempting to shame young brothers and sisters like Afro Elite who are proud of their heritage in our homeland. You can go practice Pan-Africanism on the continent where it does not exist. Stay in your lane. And I should have put here in the lesson, as I do with all of my tweets when I have to check these motherfuckers. That's what I had to say to you, Ajumba Baraka. Now, you got an issue with that? Hey, man, I'm not hard to find. Because I will say the same thing that I say online to your face. Y'all not going to do this to these young ones here that are the future of our people. You flee from where you from. You don't have the right or standing to criticize us on any damn thing. You just don't. Okay? You don't at all. And see, family, hold on a second. Let me find something here because I meant to add this. Give me 1 second. If you hear me clicking on something, I'm trying to find a particular something that I want to show y'all. Let me make sure that it's in here. Give me just a second. But see, when it comes to what I just addressed there with the good brother Afro Elite and that old bastard Juma Baraka coming at her, let me say this to everybody in the chat room. Young black men especially, okay, and let me talk to the older black men and the sisters, because you got to handle it with them old heifers that come at the younger sisters like the sisters easy. But to the brothers, when you see that, wherever you are in your neighborhood, man, you shout that shit down. Like, man, shut your old ass up. If you're not going to help this young black person, then you're not going to hinder him either. Move the fuck out the way. That's the future of our people, okay? That's how you should operate. If you can't help somebody, then don't seek to hinder them either, okay? That's the way it should be. Because, see, let me tell you what I don't want to see our young people becoming. Oh, yeah, because we finna get on him. You see this picture right here? This is a goddamn disgrace, and I said it that way. You sitting up here shaking hands. Let's talk about how this looks, family. You shaking hands with a man that is responsible for mass incarcerating generations of our people. Salute to the good brother Dom 757. You shaking hands with a motherfucker that's responsible for mass incarcerating generations of our people. Devastated us. That 100 to 1 sentencing. He didn't do that to his community. He did it to ours. And you got all 32 of your teeth showing, you bald head son of a bitch. I don't have no respect for him. And I meant what I said. Hey, listen, I'm going to burn some bridges tonight, but so be it, goddammit. I ain't cool with these motherfuckers like this. I don't like this shit, okay? I don't like this. This is embarrassing. See, I put you in the same category with you. I don't think they're in the same fraternity, but I put you over there with your Boule homeboy, Swollen Rolling Martin, the last king of chicken wings, the sandwich sultan, okay? The Boule buffet master, whatever you want to call him. I put you over there with pork chop with prime ribs Martin because, see, y'all are piss poor excuses for black manhood. You, Van Jones, Rolling Martin, all of you up there crying on TV, grinning in front of master like this. Let me tell you something, dude. If you're not going to take it from somebody like me, okay, then you think about you looking like this with this picture that's frozen in the annals of time forever. You think about what that looks like to young black boys. See, that's why I can't go out like that, family. I'm built different. This is why this channel is this size, because you know I'm going to go where most people are not. And I understand why they don't, but it is what it is. For me, let me tell you what affects me as a foundational black American freedman man. Whenever I leave either of my homes and I'm outside out and about, I'm always thinking about the young black boys that's looking at me. Whether I speak to them, whether I know them or not, you are an example of manhood. See, let me make this stick to you. I want to talk to all of you, but especially the men right now. I want y'all to hear me in case you be like, man, brother, you going in, you're a little too harsh. I want you to hear me on this, okay? I want you to think back to when you were little boys, okay? When you were little black boys coming up, you were children, all right? Now, I want you to think back to a time in your life, whether it was somebody in your family or somebody in the neighborhood that you knew, an older black man or whatever. There were black men that you admired and you was like, you know what? I want to be like that person one day. Huh? You think I got to personalize this? I want you to understand that my ire for this bastard and those like him. So Which example do we want to set is what I'm saying. You want the young black men to grow up to be like this sellout bastard right here, this Boule flunky? Or do you want them to grow up and be upstanding black men that are innovative thinkers, okay, that are about the empowerment and protection of the community, builders, okay, people that are not just selfish and thinking about themselves, but thinking about the whole of black America, not somebody that can be bought off with a fucking check, huh? We got to think about the legacy that we leave in here, you understand? So that's where I'm going with that, all right? Because, yeah, we finna get on him. I ain't done with him by sight. Oh, no, I'm not. Family, let me tell you something, man. Where we finna go tonight? This right here, I got to pick it apart. Because, see, we gonna get some other people. He ain't the only one I'm going to get on tonight. But, see, we got to pick some things apart because I heard the little interview or whatever, and, you know, a lot of people done addressed it. But, no, yeah, I'm going to say what need to be said over here. And, again, let me say this one more time. I'm speaking for myself. Not speaking for anybody else. I can understand. Some people with platforms don't say the things that I'm going to say here tonight. We're going to get started analyzing what this bastard had to say. A lot of y'all done heard it. Jan heard my response to it. You're going to hear it tonight.
Right here, Maria. Good morning.
Here's what's happening in news. Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota held their first joint campaign rally together in Philadelphia. Kamala Harris praised Walz going down his list of titles from coach to congressman and even military veteran. She ended his introduction, Rickey, saying, and in 91 days, the nation will know Coach Walz by another name, Vice President of the United States. Are you excited about Tim Walz? I already know the answer to that question.
Always.
What excites you the most about him?
Now, you hear this soundboard, and salute to my good brother, Torrin Rain Reloaded. I just saw you in the chat, my brother. As always, my brother, will you please do the people a favor and put your channel in the chat, my good brother. Please do. I mean, look, Torrin, let me tell you something, brother. Anytime you, a kid, Gravity, any of the fellow new black medias come over here, put your channels in the chat room, man. Because I want other people to know about you just in case they've been on the route somewhere and they don't know about you. I'm going to say it again. Brother Torrin Rain is one of the outstanding young journalists in new black media that I was speaking of, like the brother Afro Elite. So just know, man, when you show up, bro, put your channel in the chat room, okay? That's the type of brother I am, all right? But now, back to this bastard, this little bullet head milk dud here with his teeth showing, because that's exactly what he looked like. A milk dud with a beard and some teeth. Rickey, if you knew anything, and see, this is the sad part about a lot of the celebrity and the entertainer class, the athlete class. If you knew anything about Tim Walz's record, then an intelligent black man, especially one that's straight-laced, that has a family, and I'm not going to talk about his kids, I'm going to keep it strictly on him, okay? If you are that kind of black man and you knew what Tim Walz was talking about putting in these schools on these kids with that kaleidoscope agenda, how you proud to support that, Rickey? But see, I have to think, and I got to go here, you are a man that finds an affinity for putting on dresses. Oh, Cat Williams went in on you. And see, I got to go here with it. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to make some people mad when I say it. I've never been the type of brother that watches anything and find a man in a dress funny. That just don't make me laugh. Now, I get it. There's different types of comedy. But for me, that just do something. Look, I was a little kid that nobody had to tell me not to go and try to put my mama high heel shoes on or play with her makeup or nothing like that. Ain't nobody had to tell me that. It wasn't in me. So a lot of people may try to argue that, well, when he put the dress on, it's honoring older black women. Okay, well, go get an older black woman to play that role. That's a bag she need. You trying to tell me there's no older black female actress that can play them parts? Why is it every time you turn around, these Negroes have to put on a goddamn dress? They trying to kill masculinity. And for me, I ain't going. If I have to be the lone one holding up the flag of foundational black American freedom masculinity, and damn it, I'll be the only one. I ain't going, damn it. Ain't gonna be no dresses over here. All right? Let me tell you how serious I am with it. If I was somewhere and I didn't have no clothes whatsoever, and I had to go outside or whatever or put on a dress, I'm walking out there in my birthday suit. I'm not putting on no fucking dress, okay? I'm not playing when I say that. I mean, you will not get me in no dress. Let me tell you something. One reason why I try to stay healthy, I don't like being in the goddamn hospital gowns. That's too close to a dress for me. I ain't with that shit. They need to come out with a more masculine version of that. Thank God I'm not a sickly human being, okay? So I'm just telling you, man, if it came down to that, well, sir, if you're going to go out here, you got to put this on. Hey, you better go get a Kroger sack or something. I'm not putting on. I'm just going to stroll out here naked because, listen, I'm just going to say, look, if I stroll out naked, that will be a treat for the ladies. I'm sorry. Look, I'm just saying, I would not put on no goddamn dress, okay? I would just walk out proud in my birthday suit like God created me, okay? I don't have no shame in doing that if I put on a damn dress. But see, old Tricky Ricky here, I'm just got to question it, bro. I got to go here. Because see, it's not like now you at a point in your career where you got to do that to get started. And look, all money ain't good money. I'll just turn the shit down. But now you got money. So if you putting the dress on now, it's because you want to. I'm just saying, man, I'm wondering what's going on with that. I'm talking not just Ricky, but all of them. But see, I want y'all to listen to the rest of what he was saying here on this little radio show, because this is just game goofy. You show that the only thing that you're adept about or have knowledge about is the entertainment world. And we're going to make it clear. If you that type of entertainer or athlete, because there's a few that do know what they're talking about. But if you that type of entertainer or athlete and you don't know nothing about nothing, you voting off symbolism, or you trying to tell us to move that way just because you move that way and all this stuff that he about to mention here, we don't want you representing us, and you're not going to represent us. Let me tell you, I'll give you props to a brother that's an entertainer that I wouldn't mind speaking for us, even though he is an entertainer. My brother David Banner. If you ever met that dude, good, solid dude, man. Very smart. Very smart. Okay? Let me tell you something, man. If we had to choose somebody, you better be on David Banner level, okay? If you ain't on David Banner level, hey, man, I ain't trying to have you speak for me, okay? There's a few others out there, very few, but that's just one of them, okay? So I'm going to let this jackass continue because I'm not through with him by sight tonight. Let's get back to it.
Just that he's just a regular, like he remind you of your high school principal. He remind you of your high school football coach, and he was a football coach that led his team to a national, not national, but to a state championship.
Listen at him talking about this man being a football coach. What the hell that got to do with anything? Just incompetent. And my good brother Torrance said, "Who's worse, Rickey Smiley or J. Edna Hoover with the dress?" Oh man. Because I mean, J. Edna, hey, I'm glad you brought that up, speaking about that, because for history's sake, for those who don't know or didn't get the reference, he's talking about the departed, may he rest in peace, director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, who was a cross-dresser, okay? And he had a little more going on. He was in the community, okay? He didn't want people to find that out, but hey, it was true. Man, I got to put him over there with him. I can't say who's worse. I just got to put, he over there in that club, because hell, if he would have met J. Edna, and I like that name you gave him too, if he would have met J. Edna, hey, they probably would have went out on a date together knowing this joker here. But see, this incompetence, he's talking about Tim Walz was a football coach. What does that have to do with anything in reference to Black America? See, Rickey Smiley, let me go here on you, man. You are a waste of space, and I'm going to tell you why I say that. Not just you, but most of you old Negroes with these platforms, these radio stations, you don't speak up for the Black community at all. You cut for your fraternities and sororities first. You don't speak up about anything that's relevant to helping us. Look, I'll put it here. If you won't speak up for the Black adults, where you at for these children, man? See, that's my thing. If you going to say, hey, screw you adults, I don't care nothing about y'all. Okay, fine, I'm cool. I can deal. I can make it. Why you ain't speaking up for these kids and their rights in these schools where they trying to force that damn agenda and all other kinds of things on them without the parents' consent? Huh? If you won't do that much, I owe you no respect. So I'm just letting y'all know where I'm coming at it from. Let's let it continue.
And he is just awesome. He's for the people. He stand up for women's rights, and he's a popular governor in the great state of Minnesota, which Trump won in 2016. That state was picked off by Joe Biden, and I think we'll definitely get his state and the state of Pennsylvania as well. Either one of those governors would have been a great choice for Kamala Harris. I'm just sick of the Black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all.
Oh, let me stop this jackass right there. See, this is why, Ricky, you are unqualified to speak for Foundational Black American Freedmen, because you have a little one-dimensional pea brain. If somebody's not with Kamala Harris, that does not automatically mean they're with Trump. See, you got to understand how, and I'm going to say the word stupid, because this man, he's no dummy. He's stupid, okay? He's very stupid. It's not ignorance. He's stupid. Because when you see clearly that there's a third option, that they're incapable of grasping that. If somebody says, I'm not supporting Kamala Harris, I'm not supporting Trump, well, who you going to vote for then? I don't have to. I can choose the couch. That concept, you would think you trying to serve them some advanced trigonometry or something, okay? You calculus, trigonometry combined. They glitch. You ever seen the little robots? Their head starts smoking. Well, what are you gonna do? Not compute. That's what they be doing, man. They be going through seizures and conniption fits. No. He's going off that old Democrat rhetoric. Well, if you don't vote, that's a vote for Trump. Let's say it one more time for the goofy Biden sexuals family. If you do not cast a vote for anyone, no one gets that vote. It is not counted as a vote for either candidate, dumbasses, like Rickey Smiley. And they swear they're so smart, too. Huh? The Boule is supposed to be the talented tent with the big brains. But you can't grasp that simple concept. And see, let's go even further with it. If you want to get technical about it, the votes, no matter who you vote for, you still not choosing that candidate. That's a part of the electoral college. That vote goes to the delegates that are going to be the electors, which is secret, by the way. And they could vote either way. They don't have to vote for whoever those votes were cast for. You see what I'm saying? See, there's so much that need to be overhauled with this system. Nothing should be secret about the voting process held from the voters. I'm more of a fan of the popular vote over that damn electoral college. That shit need to go, okay? Because that's not true democracy. When you start hiding shit from the people, that's not true democracy. And you don't never hear them address that. You ever notice that, family? Correct me if I'm wrong. Have you ever heard any of the Boule jackasses, the Boule buffoons, address the issue of the electoral college and how that's really unpatriotic and un-American and not democracy? They don't ever address that, though. You know why? Because they own Master's plantation. As long as they get them checks, they'll say whatever Master tell them to say. But I want you to listen to the rest of what this idiot has to say. We ain't done with him yet.
I need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
Yeah.
It's just garbage.
Can
Everybody
we be
got
united
to find,
on anything?
Can't agree on a damn bucket of chicken. One person want a hot dog.
I always complain.
Black folks get on my damn nerves, man. Why everybody making all these celebrities making all these videos going off on Kamala Harris and stuff, and then the black.
Well, you know what? Never mind the damn celebrities. The black grassroots are where they're taking their cues from. Because Ricky, I know this is a bygone concept for you, and that little pea brain of yours is gonna be hard for you to grasp it. It's called studying an opponent's political record. Intelligent black society actually looks at that in conjunction with the policies that people have or don't have for us. Now, when you look at Kamala Harris's political record, a lot of people that have some type of respect for them are going to say, hey, no, I can't support you. You done already told us what you're not going to do for us. And salute to my good brother EJ in the house. Hey, brother EJ, I got to ask a question. Real quick, family, I got to ask him this question here. Brother EJ, man, do you have a platform like TikTok or Instagram or something? Because if y'all don't know who this brother is, he's the brother that be in Tariq Nasheed's space and giving them tethers hell. Brother, you need to get your coins off that. You are fucking funny, bro. You are hilarious, man. Brother EJ coming up, man, I'm like, oh, boy, let me get popcorn. I love to see you get in there and get on. Listen, bro, I would love to see you, Brother Red Joker, my good brother Mad Black TV. I would love to see y'all get together, man, and start something on a regular basis, like on Fridays or something, and y'all just go in. The brother Mad Black TV is a professional artist. Red Joker is fire with animations and the memes. And Brother EJ, you got the talk game, bro. Hey, that's funny. I mean, I just got to throw that out there in the ether, man. I would love to see y'all do something on Rickey Smiley together, man. hopefully one of these days we can put y'all together on something, man. I might try to reach out to all of y'all, man, and see if y'all would be interested in that. But either way, though, brother EJ, you need to have a TikTok doing political satire and going in on these tellers. We got the brother Super Ray. We need you out here next. And Kevin Trees, I know you in here. You funny too. I'm telling y'all, I recognize the talent in my community. I want to see y'all go out here and do what you do with your talent, man. So I'm gonna be mentioning it from time to time, man. But anyway, brother EJ, you should make one, man. Listen, y'all, let me tell you something, man. Watch this before we get back to Rickey Smiley. Everybody that's in here, if brother EJ made a TikTok or any platform, would y'all support it? Would y'all support it? Salute to my good brother Key Airwoods for the cash out. Thank you very much, fam. Would y'all support it? Let him know in here. Give him a thumbs up if y'all would support it in here, man. Because I'm telling you, man, if you hadn't laughed, go check him out. Catch him. And then he has a unique voice on top of that, okay? Look, hey, EJ, look at this chat room, man. My people, hey, one thing about my people over here, if they tell you they're going to do something, they mean it, okay? We've done a lot of good things over here on this platform. It's not the biggest, but we get a lot done when we decide to. So they tell you yes, they mean it, man. They'll check you out. Let me know if you start one. I'll promote the hell out of it on my channel. But see, getting back on this jackass Rickey Smiley, he comes across wagging his finger at Black America, talking about, I'm tired of y'all getting on Kamala Harris. Well, Rickey, I got a question for you. If you tired of us getting on her, why is it that you don't have anything substantial as far as why we shouldn't? Point out one policy, Rickey, and the rest of you shillbillies, okay? You Democrat shillbillies, point out one policy where you can say, okay, man, look, her record in California was messed up, but here's what she decided to do to make up for that. This is why I think y'all should give her a chance. Notice they can't ever do that. I'm going to make them really mad now. You know who can do that? And I'm not supporting him either because he ain't got no tangibles for us. But just for the sake of argument, if somebody said, hey, man, I get it. Donald Trump said what he said about the Central Park 5, which is no trivial thing. He should come out and apologize for that shit. But, hey, look, he did the first step back. He's working on a second step back. If y'all give him a chance, maybe, you know what I'm saying, he could do some more. Now, that would be a legitimate counterpoint to somebody that say, I ain't fucking with Trump. Where's that legitimate counterpoint for Kamala? And again, I'm not liberal or conservative. Not telling you to support either one. Y'all know me. The couch is getting my vote. Couch Chillington, okay? Couch Chillington for president 2024, okay? Until I see some tangible. But I'm just saying, for the sake of the argument, you notice these shillbillies that try to shame all of you brothers and sisters in here, they never say what I just said. So I'm giving you some ammunition to hit them with the next time they come at you with that nonsense. Let's let it continue.
Me and Kamala Harris didn't prosecute you and treated you bad in court. I got treated bad in court too, but I'm with her because a vote for her. If you sit at home and you don't support her, you are definitely supporting Donald Trump. You can vote for who you want to, but don't be trying to encourage other people.
Okay, let's deal with the oxymoron that the jackass just said. I would love for you to explain to me, Rickey, if somebody doesn't vote, I want to hear one of them logically make that make sense. And if y'all ever confront with them, send it to me because they won't talk to me like that. Because they know I'm going to hit you with some common sense. I'm going to let you get all your shillbilly out. Then I'm going to ask you, okay, so explain to me how if I don't vote for any person, that means I'm supporting one candidate or the other. Show me how that works. Is this some type of fraud system you know something about? Because if you have that information, tell us about that. I haven't heard it yet. Okay. And then he's talking about, well, I got treated bad in the court system, but I'm with her. Okay, jackass, that's you. And then how you going to turn around and make the big oxymoron statement talking about you can vote for who you want to vote for, but just don't be out here trying to influence other people. If we can vote for who we want to vote for, that means we can choose the couch. We can choose Trump. Some idiots are going to choose Commandment, okay? But see, anybody that's just not towing that vote blue no matter who line, you know, with that donkey party delusion, oh boy, they coming after you. Let me tell you something. White Jesus and Democrat, okay? That's their deities. That's what they worship. Talking about blocking people. Let me tell you something. I wish a motherfucker would block me because I said I'm not supporting Kamala Harris or Trump, okay? Go ahead. Those people are not meant to be in your lives. I'm telling all of you that. Even if it's family, if somebody's falling out with you over political issues, and then they can't give any type of rationale behind it. Hey, let them go, man. They doing you a favor. That's how I see it, okay? It's really not worth getting in arguments with your family about it. Hey, have, discourse with them, ask questions. Understand that a lot of these older people, they stuck in that way. And I'm going to say this as politely as I can. Don't fall out with your older family members because they stuck on that Democrat Party plantation. Okay, one of them, because the other one's a plantation with no tangibles. But don't fall out with them because I'm going to say this politely. They're not the future. You are. Okay, their time is done. Their time is done. They're not going to be making the decision that run this country. It's Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z going forward. So, hey, talk to them, get information, take notes. And this is the best thing I can tell you if you do decide to have those conversations with them, because you get this a lot. Some people are like, how can I get XYZ in my family on code, especially from that boomer generation? The answer is you don't. If they don't come around on their own, they're not. Now, what's useful about the conversation that you have with them is you take notes and remember that so you can say, okay, when I get to this age, I don't need to do this, okay? See, there's a lesson in everything, all right? I like to make my audience think over here, but see, we're going to get back to a person that's not thinking right now. This jackass that's sitting up here cheesing in front of this damn demonic bastard right here. And I'm going to say it one more time. Whatever dementia you got, that's the ancestors putting their foot on your senile ass neck. I have no remorse for his ass whatsoever. I'll leave the remorse for his family. You did my community some harm, so I have no respect for him. Let's let it continue.
Sit up there and put bad stuff. Where's that same energy for Donald Trump?
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just like, don't vote for him. It is what it is.
They're not even doing, y'all not even out here doing real research. To look at her record. If you do the research or whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what her record is. You can see what she have done. I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community or things that black.
I would love to hear him go down a bullet point of that, because see, instead of telling us, because we've done our research, Ricky. This is why those of us with intelligence are adamant about not supporting this bag of dog shit, Kamala Harris. But I wish you see, this is why I can't respect this man, and I call his ass stupid because that's what he is. Okay, if you wanted to convince somebody, okay, if you want to sell somebody on something, you say everybody wrong, y'all got it wrong, family, y'all don't get it. You should have bullet points of what she's done for the black community lined up on the show. See, all that trying to browbeat us and shame us. Okay, no, don't do all that. That's not effective with anybody. There's nobody in my chat room right now. If somebody talk to you disrespectfully, you're going to listen to what they got to say. The first thing in good faith, if you're trying to persuade someone of something or just have an open ear, you have to approach them with respect. So if you're going to do that, Ricky, you should line up all the things that you say she's done for us and do a roll call. And say, see, y'all don't understand. This is the stuff she's doing. But see, you know why you can't do it? Because she hasn't done anything, Ricky. Furthermore, even if somebody didn't understand what her record is, you know how you know why a lot of people are not going to support her? You know why, Ricky? And the rest of you bisexuals and Democrat shillbillies? Because if you do something for somebody, you don't have to tell them about it. They see it already. You understand? If somebody got to tell you about something, it must not be doing much for you. Huh? I got to go here. When it came to the economy during the pandemic and those stimulus checks were sent out, everybody saw that. Okay, that's tangible. Now, I've already seen the talking point, man, y'all just vote for Trump because he cut the stimulus checks. No. I'm just using that as a point to show you when something's tangible. Nobody has it. See, think about it. With that example I just gave you, did anybody have to come to your door and say, hey, do you see the stimulus check? No, you saw it because you got it. Okay, for those of you that qualify for it, all right? Some of us couldn't get that, tax bracket and all of that. But my point nonetheless is this. If somebody does something for you, it's self-evident. They don't have to run around telling you what they did for you, okay? See that they can't grasp that. They can't. The things that I'm saying right here on this microphone tonight is beyond their capability to grasp. Let's let it continue.
That black people benefit from a lot. We need to stand with her. Yes. We need to stand with her. She's great. She will make a great president. And what a blessing to be living in a time where a black.
Why would she make a great president, Ricky? See, this is how you can see. I got to get him, dog. This is how you know that this man He's a male, but he's really not a man. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Any intelligent black man would look at this woman, cast the symbolism and all the sorority bullshit to the side, and look at how she conducts herself. Right here on this channel, I've shown you how incompetent that woman is. I'm going to say it again. She's a professional flatbacker. She's an idiot. This woman, can you imagine the nightmare that we would be in if this woman was president and she had to represent us on the world stage or deal with geopolitical affairs that are sensitive to the point where if you do the wrong thing, you put the country at war? Can you imagine that airhead? A friend in need is a friend indeed. Can you imagine that? Huh? Can you imagine it? Let's cast that to the side. Do you really think that airhead has any experience managing an economy? You saw what Jim Crow Joe did by design. Screwed it up. Inflation through the roof. You really think she got the answer to that? See, we talking logical, not symbolism or feelings over here. We're saying look, watch this. How many of you would appoint Kamami to run a business of yours, huh? Or be your brand ambassador if you had a business? Would any of you do that with confidence? Look, wait. Let me be clear. How many of you would appoint her to run a business or be a brand ambassador for you if it wasn't OnlyFans? Because now she could do OnlyFans. She could do that. Okay? She could do that. Outside of that, I have no confidence in the bitch, okay? I have no confidence. If it's anything in the professional expertise area of flat backing, okay, hey, I got you for that. I'm coming to get you first. You know all about that. Yeah, you and Lowdown Willie Brown and whoever else you had in between there. There ain't no telling what the hell else be going on with that crew over there. And we all know about old Dirty Doug Funny. That's right, I said Doug Funny. Young people, you don't know who that is. Look up Doug Funny on Nickelodeon, okay? Old Dirty Doug Funny, boy, he get down, hey, he say he need that nanny living, okay? Banging the nannies and all of that. I mean, so I'm just saying, man, old flatbacker couldn't do nothing for me on a professional level. The woman is an idiot. You see it every time she opens her mouth. If you disagree, go and look at my broadcast on here. I didn't edit nothing. I went in the crates and used her own words and put it together where you can say, okay, this is what you want for the president? And he telling us she will make a great president. And go to show you what kind of judgment he got. Let's let it continue.
Woman can become president of the United States of America. In our time, we get a black man and a black woman become president. That's unheard of.
Come on, man.
Stop it.
Messy. Be on the right side of history. Be on the right side of history.
It's just the Amber Rose and everybody got all these videos and stuff and talking about Kamala Harris talking out of both sides of her. How would you?
Let me go here. This is gonna surprise y'all. Cause when I reviewed the Republican National Convention portions that I did, I had my critique of Amber Rose, but in fairness, let me say this. Big of a turbo thought as she is, when she showed up, she was fully dressed. She wasn't twerking or dancing. I will give her credit. Now, she probably had to stay up all night and people had to help that airhead remember what she was saying, but she was talking about relevant issues. Okay, now was it sincere or not? Did she really understand what she was saying? That's up for debate. But if we comparing that to the goofiness that, Commandment was doing at the Meg Thee Stallion concert, I'm just saying, if I had to choose who was more respectable, I got to give it to Amber Rose, okay? I know y'all probably, hell is going to freeze over, but I got to tell the truth. If we just looking at presentation, okay, beside that damn goofy ass tattoo on her forehead, but I'm talking about presentation. She was fully clothed. She probably went and tore that shit off the time she got off that stage, but she was fully clothed. She was coherent and she was talking about actual kitchen table issues, okay? Now, was she campaigning for a white man at RNC? Probably, but I'm just saying, man. Compared to Kamami and her cohorts, Amber Rose is making sense. Now, we in a dark place in America. When I, of all people, have to say that statement, come on, man, Miss Slutwalk herself, and she's the more respectable family. I don't like these times that we're in. This ain't right. I shouldn't have to say that, but I got to tell the truth, okay? So, Ricky, no, leave Amber alone. Lord, I didn't believe I was going to say that. Leave Amber alone. What's wrong, y'all? Let's let it continue.
Say something so disrespectful. Even if you felt that way, I wouldn't dare make a video or say nothing like that to the vice president of the United States of America.
Do y'all hear this, Negro?
Even if you felt that way, how dare you? I wouldn't say nothing like that to the Vice President of the United States.
Boy, talk about a Sambo. You know what? He's Hopping Bob from the movie Life mixed with Steven from Django. Man, can you look? Come on, family. Does anybody else not catch that he sounds just like a plantation overseer? What's the difference?
I wouldn't even say that if you thought that.
You know why we saying it? Because we're black people that actually respect the sacrifices of our ancestors. That's why we saying it, Tricky Rickey Smiley. You stick to wearing them dresses, boy. You don't tell no straight-laced men like myself and other brothers in this chat room what not to do. Across generations, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z, you don't speak for us. You and Van the Crime Man Jones. Nah, bruh. Don't talk like that, like she's somebody to be respected after what this bastard and this bastress has done to our community. A two-faced snake. See, watch this. Family, let me ask you something. Good, bad, right or wrong or indifferent. I got one some audience participation. I'm gonna ask you a question. If you saw somebody that came out and had a conviction about a particular issue, okay? I'm talking about they raising hell, they standing on it. And then as soon as somebody offered them a position or a bag, they flip-flop and say, well, nothing to see here, you know, and they don't talk about that issue no more. Can you respect somebody like that? Because see, what I just described is Kamami Harris. Remember what? She was going at Jim Crow Joe Biden's neck. Oh, boy, the Me Too stuff. Oh, just going at it. Oh, he's a racist and segregationist and all this other stuff. As soon as he slipped to it, say, okay, look, bitch, you're a flatback. I know what your game is. I know what you want. You want this vice president spot, don't you? Yes, Uncle Joe. Okay, come on over here. You got to be quiet. Sure. I won't say anything else about it. That's exactly what she did. How you going to trust that damn high yellow serpent? And no disrespect to my butterscotch complected people in here. I love you. I'm just talking about Kamami now. I don't want the butterscotch brigade coming after me, boy, because, hey, listen, boy, the one thing you don't want is the high yellow folk coming after you, man. And look, I don't think that all light-skinned dudes can't fight. No, some of y'all got them hands, okay? Got them jumper cables, like we call them here in Georgia. And most of you high yellow women are batshit crazy. I don't want light-skinned rap. I'm coming at Kamami only, okay? I respect the light-skinned tribe, all right? Love y'all, respect y'all, okay? But I got to get Kamami. She's not one of us, all right? So it's solidarity. You have to say that to him, man, because you know some of y'all light-skins be sensitive, boy. No problems, all right? But see, I'm just saying, how could you trust that fork-tongued serpent? She flip-flopped right in front of y'all faces, man, and ain't walked it back a day yet. Huh? But this who he say he gonna make a great president. Man, this dude here, boy, let's let it continue.
Trying to stand up, and that's gonna possibly pick 2 United States Supreme Court justices or whatever to try to keep the laws in place that Thurgood Marshall and all of the people that have paved the way and try to redo and get back into some of this settled law.
Is Ketanji Brown Jackson doing that, you jackass? Is Kamala even... Look, see, he messed up when he said this. See, sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut than open your mouth and remove all doubt that you're a blithering idiot. If Kamala was this champion of justice, boy, because he making her out like she's a damn superhero in the MCU. If she was this champion of justice that he's proclaiming and just pontificating about, okay, then why didn't we see this during the 4 years? Why wasn't Kamala Harris one of the biggest advocates for Black America, huh? Because, see, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. As much as I'm going in on little Miss Flatbacker, I would give her the same pass that we gave old boy DC. Y'all know the great legendary Marion Barry, okay? I would give her the same pass if she came out and said, hey, y'all, look, I know I was on one over there in California. I was flat backing my way to the top. I mean, hey, you know, a girl got to eat, but I'm going to make it up for you. These 4 years that I'm in here, man, we going to get this anti-Black hate crime bill popping. We going to see what we can do about these reparations. We going to get, you know, venture capital to Black businesses. We're going to try to bring up the Black homeownership rate, you know what I'm saying, by getting y'all in positions with FHA. I mean, if she was talking tangibles like that, I'd be like, hey, man, y'all would be like, GBS, you tripping. I'll be like, hey, man, look, bruh. You know what I'm saying? She was doing what she was doing, man. Don't hate, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, let Kamami live her best life. I'm like, you going to do these policies? Yeah, I got them. Okay. Hey, y'all, don't talk about her. I'll be defending. I'll be like, hey, leave the flatbacker alone, man. She's our flatbacker. She's doing shit for us, okay? If you're going to flatback, you better do it for the black community, all right? If she was doing that, I really would do that. I'm not playing, y'all. I would be like Rickey Smiley about it there.
Don't you say that about our vice president. Look at all these policies she did for the black community. Close your mouth.
Yeah, look, you know what he remind me of? He remind me of Mons Mabley, a little skinny version. Maybe that's her son or something. But boy, this guy's pathetic, man. My point is this. If she was doing some for us, I could look the other way on some things. But she ain't doing that. So I got to look right at her instead of the other way. Let's let it continue.
Women's rights to choose, your voting rights, and Brown versus the Board of Education. Do your homework, black
hold
people.
up. Let me just tell you something right here that could be very historic. And Kay pointed this out to me. If Kamala Harris is elected, she would be sworn in.
She could be sworn
on
in
MLK Day
by the first black Supreme
and
Court
possibly
woman
by
justice.
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah.
Does that not give you chills?
Come on
Stop
now.
it.
Does not.
Give me chills? Bitch, it give me chills because I'm worried about this damn economy. And before any of these Democrat shillbillies, some of them know me, well, you doing all right, GBS. Yeah, I am, but I want my people to be doing all right too. I'm not a selfish bastard, man. Everybody in Black America isn't doing well, okay? Look, just because some of us don't like this goddamn inflation and we can still afford to make it, I'm thinking about the people that can't make it. Especially the young people, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, man, that we've never seen an economy like this. And they definitely haven't seen an economy like this during their lifetime. So that's where my heart is at. That's what I'm thinking about, the people that can't make it like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So for any of them idiots that come over here with that, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good, but I'm not the entire black community. I'm a part of a community. And we have specific issues and needs that we need met. We need our reparations. We need that anti-black hate crime bill. We need business capital, okay? We need a whole bunch of tangibles that they quick to give to illegal aliens, but not us. See, Ricky, why you ain't talking about that? If Commandment is this virtuous hero for the black community that you trying to make her out to be, well, why is she advocating for us to be prioritized over these damn illegal aliens? Oh, did I go there? Yes, I did. I damn sure did. And I ain't finished drilling his ass by sight. Let's let it continue. No diddy, no diddy.
Does that not send
Maria?
Just make your whole body vibrate?
Maria,
oh my
I can go
gosh.
deep into that. You got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated reading in a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated into the damn White House. What's wrong with y'all?
Come on.
Don't nobody give a fuck about them goddamn fraternities and sororities. Don't nobody care about that shit. In fact, the business, oh boy, these Boule bastards, man, boy, I'm gonna be on them all the rest of this year. I'm telling you, Ricky. Boy, cause see, the other folks didn't give you what you were supposed to get. You gonna get this work over here. Family, I got to put y'all up on game on something, okay? Because you know I'm always trying to tell you about things that I think you should read. I'm gonna type a book in the chat room that I want all of you to get, because it's in my libraries, okay? The book is called American Fraternity, okay? And I'm going to put who the author is by Andrew Moisey, okay? I want y'all to get that book because why am I telling you to get it? Let me tell you this. Every now and again, them folks will go off script and say stuff that they shouldn't be saying for whatever reason, whether somebody in their community pissed them off and they're like, all right, I'm going to put this out here so the niggers can find out. I don't know why they spilled the beans. Get that book, American Fraternity, and you read that cover to cover. A lot is going to make sense in conjunction with what our elder Neely Fuller Jr. was saying. See, it's one thing to read and study the work of our grandmaster teachers. Very important, essential for our survival. But when you find works where them people go out cold and start telling you how things work, where you can look at it in the real world and say, oh, that's why they do that. Trust me, get that book. I mark my words, a lot of y'all start ordering it, but they might try to ban that shit because, see, you know the old joke. They say you want to hide something from an N-word, put it in a book. But please get American Fraternity by Andrew Moisey. I'll put the name of it in the chat. That is a great book for y'all to read and study. It will show you the history of how these folks think about power in these fraternities. See, the white fraternities and the black ones are totally different, okay? Boy, get that book. Trust me on that. You gonna thank me later. If any of y'all go and order that, you be like, bro, I see why you told me to do that, okay? So we gonna let this jackass continue here. He's up here ranting and raving about a damn sorority and swearing to me. And see, these idiots are useless. They are actual liabilities to Black America. And I'm gonna stand on it. I don't call this son of a bitch my brother. Because see, anybody that stupid, you a danger to the rest of the group. You a danger, man. Think about it. In case anybody says I'm hard, before I let him continue. Imagine if we're all in a survival situation, okay? We stranded somewhere, away from civilization. We can get back to civilization, but we got to survive until we do. Do you really want idiots like this around us? I'm like, hey, bro, you gonna have to go over on the other side of the island, bro. Don't come over here. Because the stupid shit you doing, we not gonna survive, okay? That's where I look at it, okay? That's how serious you should take this, because stupid is dangerous, okay? My great-grandfather always said the most dangerous thing in the world, son, is a bunch of stupid people in the same place at the same time. Over time, as I grew up, I saw exactly what he meant about that. We have to separate from stupid with no shame. Let's let it continue.
On MLK holiday.
But y'all mad because she ain't talking about reparations.
Who was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated?
Come on
now. Oh my God, that just gave me chills. That gave me chills.
Game changer, dog.
Game.
Man,
Talk about game.
Y'all better come get me off this radio today.
Come get him.
Hey, you keep going. You want to keep going, dog? You want to keep going? Oh, they ain't gonna be mad at you today, Rick.
Hey, man. I don't care. Well, stop me.
Go, dog. Go.
I don't care about who get mad. I know I'm right.
Exactly.
I know I'm right.
Let's stop right there. Because we don't care about you Boule bastards. The joyless Ann Reed, shout out to Sister Vicky Dillard. Okay, the Boule Martins, Port Chalmers Prime Real Martin, you and all the rest of your Boule Shillbilly flunkies, we don't care about you getting mad either. Because you say you know you're right, but everything you're saying is based off symbolism. See, Ricky, if you came over in these Black media spaces and challenged us, we would make you look like the stone cold fool that you are. Because we would actually pull up our record and go chop them verse and say, no, we don't want this as the president. Why in the hell would we be the trees voting for the axe? This woman has shown us how hateful she is towards our community. Okay, and trust me, I got something else I got to deal with too. As soon as we finish up with tricky Rickey Smiley here, Mr. Dresswear. Okay, you man, look, ladies, be careful. Be careful because see, brothers, he ain't gonna try us. Ladies, he gonna get you though, and I'm gonna tell you why. You know, some of y'all probably got some, nice little sundresses during the spring and summer. If you don't support commandment, he gonna go and launch a raid on your closet and steal all that shit. You see, he like to wear dresses. I'm just trying to warn you, ladies. I'm just saying, you better lock your closets, put some biometric security on there. Tricky Ricky might hop into you, and you win that night and just scoop all your dresses up out there, okay? So I'm just letting you know, man, your high heels, lipstick, all that, he gonna get all that shit. You got any church hats, he gonna get them too, okay? He ain't playing, man. I'm just letting you know, man, that you better get that U-235 armory I showed you at the beginning of the broadcast. You might need to defend your dresses, okay? Your wardrobe game. But see, getting back on this jackass, if we were to read down why we not supporting these Democrat shills, okay? These shillbillies and these political candidates that they shilling for, we would have him speechless. He would resort to what they all do, start calling us names. Them names don't care. We don't care about that. Just like you said, we're not concerned about that. We're concerned about our economic future and everything else we need to take care of as far as our community, our family, Ricky. Now, whatever you gonna do that. But don't think that we're gonna follow you and all this insulting us or whatever. That damn sure not gonna make us change your mind. That they think they can shame us into being stupid. No. Stupid is to be shamed. It's the other way around. You're not gonna shame us into being stupid. Stupid is to be shamed, okay? I told y'all, I got to get that series propping. Make stupid ashamed again. He might be one of the first people on that month. Let's let it continue.
Y'all need to stop. Do y'all realize Medgar Evers died for voting rights? All these people that have risked their life from slavery up until the civil rights movement, just where we can have an opportunity to do what we do, to do what we can do. We ain't seen nothing like this since Barack Obama was running for president in 2008.
That wasn't a plus for us either, you idiot. Because if you was paying attention, black people got slaughtered wholesale under no Obama, or Obama as I like to call him. Hey, look up the 1033 program. You know all these militarized police forces you see? Thank Barack Obama for that. He authorized that shit. These blue alert laws, oh, that was him too, big-eared bastard. So Obama wasn't no plus for us. He didn't do nothing for us for 8 years. You know who he did something for, though? Everybody except for black folks. He damn sure went out his way to do for the kaleidoscope community, if you know what I'm saying. And he just ranting and raving. See, notice something. He ranting and raving about all these people that hadn't done nothing for black folks at all. He couldn't name a specific policy that was done for us. See, when you challenge them, they start naming stuff that was done for minorities and other groups disenfranchised. Y'all know the trick bag language. They can't never point to a policy and say, see, this was for us specifically right here. And we see the results of it to this day. Because see, if something is done for your people, see, watch this. Let me put this on your mind, family. All these other groups that I showed you in the last broadcast where those executive orders were stacked up on Joe Biden's desk, those people don't need to be told about what was done for them. You know why? Because it's self-evident in their communities. They got economic policies for them. Hate crime bills, the Asians, okay, we see that. Don't nobody have to keep telling them about that. If they're going to ask, why don't you go over there and shame them? That's the people that y'all should be getting to vote for you, the people that you did something for. Don't ask my people for a damn thing. You didn't do nothing for my people. That's what you need to do, Tricky Ricky, okay? Go ahead and put your dress on and a church hat and sashay your little sassy Morris ass over there and campaign for the Asians, East Indians, the Arabs, okay, the Hispanic community, white folks. Get them to vote for you. LGBT, go get them to vote for you, okay? Because those are the people that got policies. My people didn't get a damn thing but symbolism. Let's let it continue.
We need to stop.
The great John Lewis.
Right. John Lewis and Ralph Abernathy. You know, all of these people that have paved the way for us. We are the new civil rights leaders. We got to get behind people like Ben Crump and Kamala Harris and all these people.
Boy, did you say Ben Crump? Ben Crump, y'all. I'm a civil attorney, not a criminal attorney. You mean little bald head Elmer Fudd? Good at getting a bag, but don't get any criminal punishment. Because I've said before, I wouldn't have any criticism of Benjamin Crump if he said, okay, I'm going to get the bag since you're a civil attorney, not a criminal attorney. You know what I'm saying? If you were focused on getting the bag and then Lee Merritt was saying, okay, you got the bag, now I'm going to incarcerate these motherfuckers. If they work hand in hand like Batman and Robin, I wouldn't have a problem with them, but we don't see that. Getting paid is cool, but we need punishment with settlement, okay? But see, y'all, you see now why I'm getting on him. This man is so disconnected from the black grassroots. Tricky Ricky, we should have known they had you when they had you throwing the dress. I'm going to keep going there because, see, this right here, you talking about you the new civil rights leaders. How? Think about it. Even if you're going to go off of the past civil rights leaders, they did get some things done. If you're going to claim to be their successors, what are you doing? Where the tangibles at for the black community if you're the new civil rights leaders? And if you don't get out of here with that disrespect, let's let it continue.
Out here that's doing like Roland Martin and all of these people that's out here, and Joy Reid. If you want to be educated, if you really want to know the truth, all you got to do is turn to MSNBC and watch Joy Reid, and she gonna give you a whole history lesson every night on MSNBC. And
did y'all hear this boy? Did y'all hear this boy? This boy said MSNBC and said it with his full chest. Like that propaganda news network is something that everybody's supposed to be listening to. And Joy Reid. But see, family, let me tell y'all something. Let me say this to you. Black men and women in my chat, and I know I got people in from all walks of life, all different types of professions, okay? Listen, let me talk to y'all. A lot of y'all might think, okay, hey, man, I would love to meet XYZ celebrity, this, that, the third, but let me put something on your mind. It's one thing if you respect their talent. I can give you that, okay? Can't take nothing away from anybody's talent. But you're smarter than a lot of these people. You understand that? So don't idolize them as if they're above you. They might have a few more coins to rub together, some of them, because a lot of them is renting a lot of shit that they be seeing, okay? They just sad. They'll sit there and work in Hollywood and be an athlete for 20, 30 years and don't own a damn thing. That's pathetic. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. Get the book, $40 Million Slaves. You don't think that's real, okay? But listen, you're a lot more intelligent than them because they're like lemmings. They follow behind these little blue masters, in this case, to their detriment. They don't stop and critically think or analyze a damn thing. They just repeat regurgitated talking points. Don't have no substance to it. So if you was to get it, look, let me tell you how that would go. Most of you that's over here in this chat room, if you was to meet somebody like Rickey Smiley and actually just having cordial discourse with him or her, whichever it may be, having cordial discourse with that person, and then the issue came up about something on geopolitics or history or economics or what have you, you would dance circles around him or her to the point that it would be this bad. Because I've been in this situation, okay? It would be to the point where you recognize that you're talking to somebody that's far below your intellectual level, to the point that you feel like you're talking to a child, so you just end the conversation. I'm going to tell you that's how that would go for most of you. So I have to say that because a lot of people idolize these celebrities and put them on pedestals as if they're so much smarter than you. No, they're not. This is a good example because he's one of many, okay? And if you don't believe that, just mark my words. Watch that Democratic National Convention, okay, and look at all of them that come up there. Because we already seen spots and signs of it, okay? They coming out, running their mouths, and they just reveal and remove all doubt about how stupid they actually are when it comes to making actual adult decisions that require thought, okay? Careful thought and strategy. Worst people in the world at this. This is why they always bitching and complaining about being in bad contracts. They don't even have sense enough. Once they get a little paper to grow together, have a lawyer review their contract and say, hey, man, this ain't right. And then be whining, man, look how they doing me. Yeah, because you're stupid. The stupid shall always be eaten by the more intelligent. That's not right, but that's the way it is. Let's let it continue.
Then after that, Rachel Maddow. All you gotta do is just watch.
And it's not opinion, it's facts.
Don't do this right here.
Yeah, and
don't
you know
be on the internet doing Kamala Harris like that.
Yeah,
I don't care what issue you got with black women. Your mama's a black woman. How about that? Let's start there.
That's right. Our mama's a black woman. And you know what? Some of our mamas are not bootlicking, buck dancing buffoons for no Democratic Party either. Okay? That boy, they love to go to that. Your mama's a black woman, as if all black women that are mothers are the same. No. Stop that. See, that's that shaming language, though. That shaming talking point. And my good brother Daryl L. Sutton Soto in the chat room, boy. This might be one of the comments of the night. Now, my brother say he's a Prince Hall Mason. And some of the brothers that are in the BGLO wouldn't give you a cold cup of piss if your throat was on fire. Damn. And he ain't lying. I'm not a Mason, but I'm just saying I've heard things about a lot of these fraternities, sororities. Hey, man, like I said, if they're not going to actually stand up and never mind help the community, they don't even help the brotherhood. Like that brother just said, he ain't lying about that. I know he telling the truth. I done heard similar things from other brothers that are part of that organization. So see, when it comes to Boule, Rickey Smiley here, the Shillbilly, hey, this is how they are. Because see, watch this, family. If you think that I'm being hard on Rick, because I know some people like, man, why are you doing Ricky like that? Oh, I'm finna give you a reason. Family, don't you know that all these crises that happen in our community, they see that shit. They see what happened to Sonya Massey. Oh, I'm finna go there. They saw what happened to Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown. I could be here all night. Look, Ayanna Jones, okay? I don't forget anybody. Elijah McClain, all right? Sandra Bland. I'll be here naming all the names. They see it all. Where are their voices for that when it counts? I'm going to go here because, see, I'm going to take all of that away from them about that. Trying to, well, man, they can't say nothing. They trying to get a bag. Okay, bet. Where are those that are like Aretha Franklin that said, you know what? Hey, I'm an entertainer. I'm trying to get this bag. Let me quietly slide a bag to the activists that's out here actually doing something for the people. Where are those that are like Muhammad Ali that's bold enough to say, hey, man, fuck this. My people come first. That's one reason why he will always be legendary beyond anything he did in the boxing ring, because Muhammad Ali put his people first. Say what you want to say about whatever religion he was a part of. That man loved Black America, okay? See, you Shillbillies, you better understand something. All of us have a time here on this planet. you better think about after you gone, what's going to be the legacy you leave behind? Will it be one where people talk of you and say, you know what? That brother or sister right there was somebody that we can tell our children and grandchildren about, and that's an example of how to be as a Black American man or woman? Or are you going to be the person that when we look back at your legacy and people have to say this, you know, that was a sorry bastard or bastards right there. There was an enemy to the community. They never did anything for us or never stood up for us. Which one you want to be? I've already made my decision. I'm going to be the one that when I go, the Lord is ready for me. I'm going to be the one that when they look back, they say, you know what? Yeah, that brother, hey, he did whatever he could, whenever he could, wherever he was needed with his people. That's the legacy I would rather leave behind. But not them, though. Let's let them continue.
I don't care what, and I'm talking to the men right here. Your mother is a Black woman. Don't forget that. Don't forget that your sister is a Black woman. And as a Black man, I stand proudly with Kamala Harris this morning with tears in my eyes. It means so much to me.
There go the tears again. Boy, I guess you've been taking lessons from Van Jones.
Do you know that lady picked up the phone and called me when my son died? How about that? How about how personal her and Joe Biden has been? How about Joe Biden wrote me a letter naming my grandkids and naming my son's name in a personal handwritten letter?
Condolences to you, Ricky. I remember that tragedy that happened with your child there. Never say anything about anybody's child, especially one that's deceased. But that's your personal situation. And see, let me speak on that. Family, I don't care which party it is, okay? If either of them do something for you, that doesn't mean you indebted to them for life. No. Thank you. I appreciate you. I respect what you did. But that doesn't mean I'm your servant for life because you did an act of kindness towards me when my people have things that we need, okay? We're not supposed to have any permanent loyalty towards either one of these people, no matter what they do. But see, Ricky, I got to go here, man. Don't you think that sometimes when they approach y'all and they doing all these kind gestures, nothing ever stops to say, is this really genuine? Or is it because I'm a celebrity, they're doing this to try to get me to be a shillbilly for them? Unless you already know. Because in my case, I got to look at you, brother, and say, I think you know what you're doing. Now, if you are that stupid that you actually believe that they really can see, let me go here with it. Let me just make it plain, because I want even a 5-year-old to understand this. Rickey Smiley, if you wasn't famous, do you really think Joe Biden would give a damn about what happened to anybody in your family? Do you think they would be giving you handwritten letters then? That should have been the first thing that come to your mind. I'm not saying you shouldn't appreciate that, but you just say, hey, man, wait a minute. If I was average Rickey Smiley that nobody knew, would they be caring about anything that happened to my people? See, some of us have a little more sense than that. Let's let it continue.
How kind, how thoughtful, how genuine, they're just genuine and sincere. And I love people like that. And anybody, the person that shot, that got killed at the Trump rally, who do you think called that man's wife to offer his condolences? Joe Biden did. Joe Biden did. Trump didn't call him.
Great. What does that mean for Black America? What I mean, hey, okay, great. They call people's families. You know who families they're not calling? They're not calling any of the 40+ million Foundation of Black American Freedmen families to check up on any of us to see how we're suffering in this economy. That's the phone calls I need to hear about. Why don't I hear about that? You ain't gonna talk about that, though, huh? Are you, Ricky? See, this symbolism and moving off of emotions and feelings, this is why I can't call you a man. That's not our natural station. Yes, we're human beings. We all have emotions, but we're supposed to be logical. We're supposed to be strategic. We're supposed to be the decision makers where when some of our women, some, not all, some of our women lean to the more emotional side, or the children are hysterical in times of crisis. As men, we're supposed to be the logical trees of strength that actually are going to say, okay, yes, this is what we're going to do about this crisis, okay? We're supposed to be the support beam of the family. You can't do that making decisions off emotionalism and symbolism, Ricky. You can't, man. This is why we can't respect a lot of them dudes in the Democrat Party. Notice that any of them dudes, whether it's Van Jones or what's the little dude named Jamie Harrison, most of them got that sassy flavor to them, man. We can't relate to that. And look, that's no dig at my LGBTQ brothers and sisters, man, because we know plenty of them that don't carry themselves that way, okay? Plenty of them don't, all right? But these guys on TV, man, that they trying to use to wag their finger at us, we don't respect you. We don't listen to nothing you say. The Roland Martins, the Van Jones, the Rickey Smiley, yourself, and the rest of them. Nah, you don't have nothing to tell us. We don't respect you, so we can't hear you. Just let it continue.
He took a bullet at a Trump rally. These are kind, loving people. If you look at their policy, you'll know what's going on. We need to stop, black people. Stop it. Stop attacking Kamala Harris. Stop it with the self-hatred.
See, I can't stand when a man does that. That's one of my pet peeves. I'll admit it. I can't stand when a grown-ass man misuse the word attack. Nobody's attacked this woman. Verbally disagreeing with her and not supporting her isn't a damn attack. Words actually do have meanings, Ricky. You sound like a woman, dude. You do. That's what women, you attacked me. Nobody attacked this woman. Trump was the one that got attacked. That's an attack, okay? Attack is physical. Stop attacking her. Where the attack at? I missed it. What happened? Huh? Shit, only attacking that I see going on is where, you know what? I ain't gonna go there. I started to make a joke. I'm a back off. I'm a back off. I might put the joke on Patreon. Boy, I was about to say something, boy. Oh, let me restrain myself, man. Let me restrain myself. Y'all get the point, though. There's no attack. I can't stand when men do that. That's something that you have to check yourself on if you find yourself doing that. No. Just because somebody's not supporting you or they verbally disagree with your ideology, that's not an attack, okay? So, Ricky, we're going to correct you on that. The men over here do not see eye to eye with that foolishness that y'all got going on over there that y'all shillbillying with. Let's let it continue.
Even if you don't agree with everything she do, what do you think she can do as the vice president? She ain't not in control of the Congress and the Senate. If you know how government works, come on. Come on. We got an opportunity here of a lifetime. We'll be dead and gone, but we can say our generation, because we're not going to live ever, that we voted a black man and a black woman to become president of the United States. That's history. This is what.
Ricky, if you had any sense and you could get out your emotions for a minute, you would first say, okay, the first so-called white man with a 10, Barack Obama, okay, elected him. Okay, great, you elected him. What did he do for black America? Nothing. You talking about electing Kamala Harris? She done already told us she ain't gonna do anything that specifically benefits black people. Yeah. That's what she said. Her words, not ours. So if you're talking about making history and legacy, Ricky, don't you think that history and legacy should be one that the younger generation that is behind you when we're no longer here should say, hey, you know what? They did right by us. They put us in a better position. They sacrificed for us. We're going to remember their names with integrity and honor and seek to carry on that when our time comes. Don't you think that that was the history and legacy we should be trying to leave, Ricky? But see, you too incompetent and got your emotions in the way that you can't think to the point that I just stated there. Y'all see, I told you, I'm going to break him down, man. I'm going to break him down all the way. And like I said, if anybody mad about this, it is what it is. Let's let it continue.
Dr. King died for. This is what Medgar Evers died for. This is what Rosa Parks went to jail for. All of the sacrifices that black people had to make. Your grandmother's cleaning up white people's house and cleaning and scrubbing floors and doing all of this stuff. All these black people made all these sacrifices for us.
If you can restate all of that, do you think that those of us that had grandparents that did that, do you think that they sacrificed for us to sit up here and vote for somebody that actually harms the community with policies? Do you think that? See, he's too silly to think about what he just said. Huh? Ricky, if you're going to go there, I got to hit you with it, man. You want to name all that stuff that some of our grandparents went through? To some in this chat room, that's been the reality of some of your grandparents, okay? Why you not talking about reparations then? I ain't never heard you say nothing about that, Ricky. If you really serious about that. See, it would be one thing if you said Kamala Harris is talking about reparations for our people and actually doing something tangible to stomp on it. Think about it. She spent all 4 years talking about, hey, we got to do right by Black America now. These reparations, they need to have that. Anti-Black hate crime bill. It was a mistake to leave them out of the anti-Asian hate crime bill. We need to add Black people to that or give them their own. She ain't spent the last 4 years doing none of what I just said, Ricky. I don't know what happened to you when you joined the Boule. Maybe during that initiation ritual, they poked a little too hard and poked your brain right at the top of your little milk dud head. Maybe that's what happened. But you should not exercise your brain over here from what I can tell. Let's let it continue.
Well, we can have this opportunity, and then you get a woman, now you want to question her race and question her ability and all this stuff. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we like this?
We like this because she's not Black. Salute to the good brother Project Leroy for the cash out. Thank you very much. That's why we like this, Ricky. Because we actually use our brains. See, some of us actually know that we're supposed to use our brains for critical thinking, problem solving, analyzing things, coming up with strategy, comparing notes with other intelligent Black people to see, okay, if what we surmised or came up with needs to be adjusted in some manner, seeing what they see. That this is what intelligent Black people do. You, sir, and your Boule buffoons, okay, are incapable of that. Boy, when I tell you I can't stand the Shillbilly, man, this is an example right here.
What is wrong? And I'm sitting here, I should be voting for Trump with the tax bracket that I'm in. But if I have to pay more taxes in order to do what's right, just where somebody else can have food in their mouth and do the right thing or whatever, I want to be on the right side of history.
If you were serious about that, Ricky, why don't you say, hey, Democrats, instead of social programs that keep our people stagnant economically, how about we have programs that inject business capital into them? How about we invest in anybody that's in the skilled trades? Okay, we need to have programs in the see. Watch this. Ricky, if you were serious about what you were saying, why aren't you going to the Democrats saying, hey, man, we don't need no more Planned Parenthoods in Black communities. We need skilled trade schools. How about that? Oh, I'm not done. We're going to go deeper with it. Ricky, if you're serious about what you're saying, then why don't you go to your Democrat buddies and say, hey, look, I'm paying all this money. I would like to start a class or a center in every Black community for young entrepreneurs to teach them, the avenues of being business owners. Huh? Why are you not telling them that, hey, let's go even further? If you want to help our people, you say you paying all this money to them, you rather pay more so people can have food on their plate. Everything that I'm talking about is teaching somebody how to eat, not being dependent on a damn system. So why aren't you talking about, hey, let's go over here, any of these smart Black children here, we're going to have scholarships every year just for them, just like other groups have theirs, to send them to whatever school they want to go to as far as their secondary education or trade school. You ain't saying none of the stuff I'm just saying, Ricky. All you doing is babbling. I can't respect this dude, man. I get it. Some folks that I know are cool with him. I get it. But I got to tell it like it is, man. I got to give him a hard rundown over here. And they ain't going to be able to argue with me when I'm finished with him tonight. Let's let it continue.
And I mean this. I'm not, I just been holding my peace. I ain't been saying nothing. But man, some of these videos are disturbing. And these memes are disturbing. What we as a people doing to each other. We need to stop. We need to stop. And I'm done. We're going to have her on the show. We're going to support her on this show. We're going to support her. And I cannot wait, if God let me live to see a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated swear in a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Man, as being in the Greek family myself, man, listen.
Negro, you talking about being in a Greek family. Last time I checked, ain't nothing Greek about you. You got some Caucasian ancestry we don't know nothing about. And furthermore, you're talking about in a Greek family. Do you know what the Greeks were known for, Ricky? And the rest of your little Boule Shillbillies? Huh? That's why I couldn't get down with that. Maybe if you actually studied some of history, you would kind of understand what the Greeks were actually into. But you put Greek before Black folks, don't you? Huh? Yeah, fraternity and sorority first. That's what they are. F1 and S1. Well, we not down with that over here. You Shillbillies, man, and that Boule nonsense, this is why you will forever be on the outs with the black grassroots. You will not be speaking for us. We will not show you any respect because this is a matter of life and death for our future. Can't allow you idiots to play with that. Y'all be in front of these people, whether it's on the Democrat side or Republican side, and you don't speak up for any of the issues of the common people. See, let me tell you something about those of us in new black media. Regardless of the platform size we have, if we ever get an opportunity to speak for the whole of us in front of either of these folks, we're going to bring up the issues that we talk about on a daily that affect all of you. Because if many of you choose to support our platforms and you actually respect us or what have you, and you look to us for information, then we have to carry the torch and hold the line for those of you that have your trust in us. That's the way I see it. Let me tell y'all something. I caught some of that Donald Trump space where he had with Elon Musk. I was in there hoping that he was going to open it up and let the man talk to some people. And I would have been one on to try to get in there. But we saw he didn't do that. Hey, man, look, a lot of people like, man, I was sending it out to everybody. I was like, hey, man, they open this up. We need to get in here. Okay? So I'm just saying, man, a lot of us with these platforms, we take our responsibility very seriously. For those of you that put your trust and faith in us, we're going to represent you well anytime we get a chance to. And if they turn us down or talk crazy to us, we're going to make sure that you see that too. Okay? Ain't gonna be none of us going in no back room with nobody. And then if you say, hey, yo, GBS, we heard you talk to Trump or Kamala, what was that about? Oh, I can't tell y'all about that now. But hush your mouth now. Why you asking me about that? Don't go on about your business. Don't ask me about that. You know, nah, you'll never see that from me. Nah, we gonna have, hey, you know, I went in there and chopped it up with them about these reparations, anti-black hate crime bill. This is what they told me. That's how it's gonna be with me now, okay? I ever get that opportunity to run in one on them. Because they look, let me tell you something. I wouldn't use no type of expletives or what have you. I know where to put the professional stance on with these people. Okay? And I would talk tangibles and actual policies. And see, I'm going to tell you something else that I would do. Okay? A lot of people can vouch for me on this. If I do get the opportunity to talk to some of these people, and I recognize that we have other brothers and sisters in this community that have an area of expertise that's not my own, you better believe I'm going to plug their name. There's no way in the hell that I would get in a room with a Donald Trump or Kamala Harris and wouldn't say, hey, listen, we need you to talk to Brother Marcel Greg Dixon, Brother Tariq Nasheed, okay? Listen, man, Jason Black, all right? I would name after name, okay? Afro Elite, Black Alpha Network, okay? Brother Torian Rain, yeah, I'm saying you young people's name because I don't care what y'all think. Young ones, yes, you are qualified to speak on our people's behalf. I've seen your work over the years, so I have full faith and confidence that they will represent our people well, okay? I will be dropping names of people like Dr. Clark Anderson, Dr. Sandy Darity, okay? Oh, yes, I would. I would be naming them the people in the community that I know have far greater standing than I, as far as the elders especially, to speak on certain things, all right? So that's the way I hope everybody thinks that way when it comes to that, because, see, you got to understand that, okay, if you are on a football field and you're trying to get to that end zone, time you might hand the ball off to somebody else to actually get that touchdown. What matters is not who scores the touchdown, just does the touchdown get scored? Do we put points on the board, okay? That's all I care about is putting the points on the board. I don't care about the credit. Y'all know me. I can give a damn about credit. I'm a well-accomplished man. I got all the accomplishments I need. I do not care about no credit, okay? A lot of people say I'm too humble. It is what it is. I'm more about results, okay? I'm not the photo op guy. My thing is, we're going to take a photo op. What did we get done? Now, we get something done. Hey, we can have a whole photo shoot. We take pictures from sun up to sundown. We got something done. Other than that, I don't really care about all that, man. What did we get done? That's where my mind is. Let's let it continue.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
You preaching
Kamala
this morning,
Harris.
Ricky.
I'm sorry, Maria.
We with you, dog,
No,
and
don't
we
be.
with her. We needed
sorry.
that. Come on, dog. We needed that. and they needed
that put tears in my eyes. And I'm not just saying that, man. I've been out here on the trail, civil rights movement since '79 when Bonita Carter got killed, shot in the back by a white police officer. I've been a lifetime member of the NAACP and the SELCI. I'm on regular text messages and calls with civil rights leaders all over the country. I've been involved. I do comedy and crack jokes on stage, but you don't know what I do behind the scenes.
And let me tell you something. Behind the scenes has its place. It definitely does. But Ricky, You say you've been a part of these organizations for all these years and you talking about people don't know what you do behind the scenes. Well, brother, let me ask you a question. I can respect that. Sometimes things do get done faster behind the scenes. Sometimes you do need to keep a low profile to get certain things done. I do it myself. But Ricky, the question that I would have for you is this. Even if you don't state what you did specifically, or it's a sensitive thing where you can't state what you did specifically, can you show us where it was done and say, hey, see, this is happening over here? Well, let me go here with it. Where are the things that you've done, even if you don't put your name on it, where you can say, hey, this is for black people. This right here, I know about something that can help you, okay? Even if you don't say that you had something to do with it personally, if you did. Here's where the venture capital is over here for the black folks, okay? They go and let me go put you up on game about this. I don't remember hearing him doing nothing like that. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't done anything. I'm pretty sure he's tried to do things here or there, but I'm saying, man, where the clutch at, okay? Where's the clutch when it counts? Huh? How many people out here, when these race soldiers come out, though, how many of them are you getting attorneys, Ricky? Because, see, the things that I'm saying, as far as that, I've done that. Oh, yes, I have. Look, let me tell you something, man. I don't like to brag, and I am not somebody that I'm going to throw things up in your face when I do something for you. But people in my community know what I do, okay? They know what I do. And, boy, I'm just saying, y'all, he talking like that, but him and the rest of his pals, I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that they're doing anything significant, because they go too hard at black folks when we're talking about these things. See, think about it. If he was in alignment with us and he hears what we're saying, if you really somebody that's doing all that stuff for real that you say you're doing for the black community, you would be with us. You would be like, hey, man, yeah, I kind of like Kamala, but I see what they're saying. So I tell y'all what, everything I hear you saying, since I got close proximity to these people, I'm going to bring these concerns to her. Why isn't he sounding like that if he really doing all that stuff? Let's let it continue.
I was behind the scenes when Barack Obama ran. I was behind the scenes in the Bill Clinton campaign, in the Al Gore campaign, in the Joe Biden campaign. My whole life, even when I wasn't even old enough to vote. When I wasn't old enough to vote, I was still behind the scenes working just where I can leave something to my kids and the generation after that, doing my part, using my platform that I built to try to do what's right and not make this thing about me, but make this thing about the rights.
Family, y'all hear that crap? Did y'all hear that, family? He said that he was using his platform to try to make things right and do what's right. But see, all we see is what I got on the screen right here. All of that he just said, this is what we see. Because that's what he was sounding like. Come on, family. Am I wrong? This is what he was sounding like on the screen right here. This is what he was sounding like. Where is all the grassroots people getting all of this cash and this money? That's what he sounded like.
Don't you say nothing about the vice president, even if you did think that way. Hush your mouth now.
That's what he was sounding like, man. I'm just saying. But see, family, I would be remiss if I didn't handle this piece of business. It pains me to do this, but I have to handle it. Oh, we got to go here, family. We got to talk about Stockholm Syndrome, because you saw just on my last broadcast, I was bringing up this brother's situation, and it's still relevant and valid, even though what I'm about to show you is going to be sad, and I'm doing it for a reason. Let me say this. When egregious things happen to our people in our community, there's things we still need to speak up on, even if they take the stance that this brother's about to take, because this right here is the type of foolishness that must end in our community. When somebody does you egregious harm, you don't turn around and go support that person. That's just like anybody in this chat room, if somebody choked you with both hands around your neck to the point that you passed out. And when you came to, people had to tell you about what happened. And then the next time you see that person, you go and give them a hug and put yourself in a situation where they can choke you out again. That would make no logical sense. There's nobody in my chat room that'll be like, well, GBS, that do kind of sound like a good thing to do. Huh? Because if you are that person, hey, man, don't stay nowhere around me. I don't want you over here. You the type of person that think what I just said is something that you used to do. That's sad, man. That is a suicidal mindset. That is a true definition of what the slave mentality was all about. The slave did not care about his or her well-being. Their primary function by indoctrination and conditioning was to care more about the slave master's well-being than their own. That's exactly what they're trying to force us to do by trying to get us to vote for people in either party that's not going to do nothing for us. And yet they're going to do everything for people all in front of us that don't do half of what we do here, that don't have no connection to this soil lineage like we do. Oh, no. I want y'all to listen to this, man. This is Jamal True for those that don't know. I want you to listen to what this brother was about to say here. Because, see, I got some words for him after he finished talking.
So, look, I know everybody want to hear my opinion about Kamala Harris being picked as VP. And really, it's simple. My reservations with her is not bigger than what the selection is. We got to get Donald Trump and his whole administration out of office. And we have our two candidates right now, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as VP. And we got to get behind it. You know, I know some people might think, you know, that it is hard, right? Because things been said, people look at it like this, like that. Hey, you seen during the primaries, all of these candidates going after each other, and you stood with who you wanted to go with, who you wanted to go with, who you wanted to go with. At the end of the day, you can't be a sore loser. Your candidate didn't make it there. My candidate didn't make it there. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to get behind the candidate that is in front of us, and that's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So if you wanted my answer and you wanted, you know, if you thought you was going to get something else, hey, you must not know me enough. At the end of the day, I'm going to say it again. At the end of the day, I'm not going to fall into that Trump trick bag, and I suggest you don't either. Y'all make sure, man, y'all go and rock the vote for Biden and for Kamala. Peace.
Okay, so you heard Jamal True, okay? Because I got to throw Sambo on you now, dude. Family, can I go ahead and show you why he sounds like a damn fool? I'm going to make this very simple because, see, you know, when you come over here on this platform, you hear a perspective that a lot of people are too scared to mention, but I'm not. Can I go ahead and make him sound like a fool, family? Do y'all mind? Because, see, this is going to be something that y'all going to want to actually hit Shillbillies with when they come at you about Jamal True. He was locked up by commandment and he's supporting her. Y'all ready? Can I hit y'all with this? Can I hit y'all with it? Give me a thumbs up if I can hit you with it. Because, see, I know I've been going hard in the paint over here tonight, but it's for a reason. Y'all want me to give you a simple, plain, logical explanation about why he sounds like a damn fool. Because it's obvious, but I'm going to drill down on something I hadn't heard nobody else say. Okay? You ready? Here it is. Let me tell you something, family. You heard he said that, okay, yada, 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 he's not a sore loser. The election is bigger than him. Okay, we got that part. Jamal, brother, let me ask you a question. Do you not understand that? Well, I know you know who locked you up. You know that part because we heard you talk about that link, which makes me wonder, okay, brother, how sincere were you about that? But see, don't you understand that if you had to pick between Trump and Kamala, I'm going to tell you why it would behoove you to pick Trump, okay? In his situation, we talking logical, hypothetical. I'm not saying for anybody to go vote for Trump. Let me say it again. I'm saying in his situation, why it would be more intelligent for him to go for Trump. He actually did the first step back. That would have potentially gotten you out of prison if you were still in there. Checkmate. You see where I'm going with that? Huh? See, that's when you're using your brain and not using emotions. And see, let me say this to young black people. That mindset that he just displayed, that is absolutely suicidal. That is insane. That is a disgrace to your ancestors. If you don't give a damn about yourself enough to see that she would continue doing this to other people just like you, and you still gonna go and vote for her again, versus the man that actually had something put together that even if it was indirectly, it did get a lot of black people that was sinners on that crime bill out of prison. You see what I'm saying, family? See, ain't nobody really touch on that, but I had to do it. But see, we're not done. We got to analyze some more Shillbilly over here. I know it's hard to stomach, but we got to make this stick over here tonight. Definitely got to. We got to remind y'all of this goofy right here. I'm going to play this, and you know, I got to get back on it, man, because we got to show you the dedication of these goofy Shillbillies.
I really do.
Fair use, TMZ, fair use.
I find it insulting for a couple of reasons. I watched a man get convicted of 34 felonies. I watched a man get adjudicated for sexual battery. I watched a man who got convicted of fraud. And never have I heard this fervor from the media in general about his qualifications to be president. George Clooney never talked about, in that whole article, he didn't mention Project 2025 once.
You know why he didn't mention Project 2025, you silly Negro? It's because they're not under that goofy propaganda spiel that they feed you. That's why he ain't mentioning that. They know Trump isn't connected to that. He's already said it plenty of times and completely distances himself from that. He don't get it, man. You not in, just because you happen to be in the same vicinity with those white people in Hollywood. They on a different agenda than your dumb ass, D.L. Hughley. Huh? You don't get it. Yeah, these are the ones that wag their finger at us like they have all the sense of the world. And salute to my good brother Black Voltron Reloaded in the house. I think you're right, brother. They probably did drop a couple of bags off to some people, to his family, whatever. I mean, it's ridiculous for that brother to flip-flop like that. But regardless of where he flip-flop, he's not going to support that crap. Because we got to think about the future of other young black men and women out here that could be in his position. Should we support commandment? I know everybody in here know that, but I'm just saying it for the young people that are listening. But see, DL, the irony of this, and I'm bringing it back to show y'all, he's more dedicated to being a Shillbilly when you talking to the white man over here that's letting you know, hey, this ain't it. That's embarrassing, family. Don't believe me? Y'all seen it before. We gonna play it again. Again, fair use, TMZ, fair use.
Neither did Stephanopoulos. None of them did. But you gonna tell me how somebody's old?
The polls are showing a downward spiral.
That is not true.
Joe Biden.
That is not true.
Well, it is.
That is not true.
Every poll, DL, is showing that. But
they're virtually where they were. The polls are virtually where they were.
No, they're not.
That's not.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're just not. And you can look at the CBS poll, look at the CNN poll. He is losing in every battleground state now.
Hold aside.
So the point I'm making is the people who are saying that Joe Biden's mental acuity is just not there anymore are not supporting Donald Trump, at least in the Democratic Party.
Your point is that
that is so embarrassing when a white man, Harvey Levin of all people, you know he's no friend of us over here in Black America. Harvey Levin of all people had to explain that to that fool, D.L. Hughley. I told y'all I don't like these times we in where I got to say things like that. I like it to be linear where I can criticize the bad guys over there and get on them, but when I have to give them credit, man, we in bizarro land. These are the times we in, family. It's insane, and my good brother Black Voltron is right. The Democrats are the political mafia out there. They got to go. This is why they have to go, man, because they put our brothers and sisters over there in California in just economic devastation, man. By design, okay? Same thing can be said for New York. Those are experiments, unfortunately. And see, we're human beings. We love our people in Black America. But you better understand what social engineering on a statewide scale looks like for everybody that's listening. California and New York are prime examples of that. They're working on other places across the country. But see, this gentrification, okay, starving and pricing Black people out these places where they grew up at, I know that must be a painful thing for people that have to leave a place where they grew up at and got family at. Because, yeah, you're going to do what you got to do to survive, man, but your heritage is your heritage. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we can't forgive the Democrats for none of this, family. We owe them political punishment, as I've been stating. Put that in your lexicon. Political punishment, okay? Whether you choose the couch or whether you choose the orange man, just don't give your vote to these damn Democrats. Let's let it continue.
The media tends to be more liberal.
They want to defeat Donald Trump, but they don't think Joe Biden can do it.
Well, okay, maybe they don't think that. But the conversations that they're having are not really the things that will. If Joe Biden is a nominee, I don't know how you buy this back. But if we were having conversations, if as wished for and
he shillbillying so hard he stuttering all over. If no deal, no. Harvey living his right. He going to all these leagues and bounds to defend this man that mass incarcerated our people. See, that go to show you they don't care nothing about that until it hit them. Cause see, think about it. When something affect them, then they come running to the common folks down here. Hey y'all, no. Go back over there with your master that you was shilling for, DL. This is embarrassing, man. Again, this is an example of what not to be like if you're a young black man. This ain't it.
in Project 2025, the Department of Education is disbanded, who does that hurt? If the social safety net is gone, who does that hurt? If environmental rollbacks are taken back, who does that hurt? If women lose the right for their bodily autonomy, who does that hurt? So I will respect people's right to have their vantage point. But for me, there's a decided difference between somebody being disappointed with the outcome of election and having a disastrous result from it. So if we're going to have conversations, let's have conversations what is really at stake. The worst that would happen is if Joe Biden couldn't do it, a very competent, capable woman would step in and do it. So how is this a real argument? How's it a real argument?
Your point is stick with the incumbent because history shows you have a better chance with the incumbent. And if it doesn't, and if he...
Oh boy, man, boy, y'all hear this Shillbilly right there. So I had to remind you of that. But see, I'm finna show you something that Jim Crow Joe Biden, Kamami, and D.L. Hughley, Rickey Smiley, and his dresses. I'm gonna show you something, man, that they're not talking about. Now, see, I want you to look at the screen. You probably saying, well, GBS, why you got all this mayonnaise on the screen? Well, this image right here, I got to show it to you because this is what affluent mayonnaise looks like, okay? You know, these people that they couldn't relate to any of the stuff that Black America goes. Oh, no, they are far above and beyond that. So, see, while DL and Rickey Smiley is trying to get us to vote for people that don't have no economic policies for us, not talking about anything to protect Black society from these rabid white supremacists out here, I want you to listen to this because, see, the average foundational Black American freedman kid does not come from a wealthy family. Oh, but what you see on the screen here does. So I want you to hear what you're about to see here next. I want you to take notes on this because, see, I'm going to point certain things out. And I want you to remember all the stuff that DL was saying. I want you to think back to all the stuff that Rickey Smiley was saying. And then I want you to tell me if they're advocating for these same things, foundational Black American freedmen, or are they talking to any of the Democrat politicians about this? Check this out.
Are you from a tricky childhood?
No, that's why this show, I'm nervous about this show because it's called Blocks, which
I'm not trying to like unearth your family.
Yeah,
I'm just more
fine.
curious. Yeah.
No, I've come from an extremely privileged.
I don't care about, but I'm wondering like, your dad was just like a journalist, right? It wasn't like blue blood. Was it blue bloody?
No, he was a theater critic,
right?
But he was the theater critic,
right? But I'm saying.
Fair use, by the way. And family, listen, I want you to listen to this conversation because, see, you learn the most when they decide to have conversations with each other and they're talking with each other and they're comfortable. When you talk about nepotism, when you talk about people getting unfair, unearned advantages, I want you to listen to this conversation they're about to have here about college, in case you hadn't caught the context this year. Why they always telling us that we got to be 5 and 7 times as good to get half as much. This is not the case for these people here. Let's let it continue.
Like that theater critic sounds like a job where you make millions of dollars and you're paid in rubies or something. You just like, I wrote for New York Magazine. Like it wasn't like, I don't know. It never. I would assume he didn't make that much money.
No, I mean, not compared to, but I bet I went to very fancy prep schools.
Okay.
So I went to the high school that Gossip Girl is based on.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So
that's Waldron.
Dalton.
Dalton.
Yeah.
Got it.
Waldron's better though. Like if we were in a TV writer's room, we would punch up Dalton to Waldron.
Fantastic. And did you like the kids? Did you feel like did you figure it out?
I had a sort of strange. Should we get into it? Should we get into the whole thing?
The thing that I don't like the term. This thing about privilege and all this shit. it seems like it's an intentional plan from you. You're like, I shall go to the. They just go to the school, and you go, okay, I'm gonna go.
Now, family, any of you that are college graduates in here, any of you that have children that are currently in college right now, I'm gonna warn you in advance. This is gonna infuriate you, but see, these are the things that the good white buddies, a lot of these good white liberals, they're not gonna tell no Negroes how to get this type of treatment, and they're not gonna cut for you or advocate for you to get this type of treatment. I want y'all to listen to where this conversation is about to go now, okay? Because see, while we got the Rickey Smileys and the D.L. Hugleys telling us who we need to shut up and just vote for, this is the privilege that these people have in their society, okay? Won't you listen to this? Fair use, fair use.
Go to the school, and then you later on you find out that they were all, oil baron or whatever.
Yeah.
It's never this premeditated hostile thing of like, I shall be a leader. You're a fucking comedy writer.
Right.
Like, so anyway, what did you think of that world?
What did I think of it? There were like multiple worlds within the school, because there was one world that was literally the richest people in America.
Yep.
So they had their own sort of bubble. They had houses in the Hamptons, and that was I had sort of a front row seat to like watch what that was. But but that was they lived in they took different classes than we did.
Did they really?
Yeah, and they
in the same building.
Yeah, they had these sort of easier classes that were designed to allow children of affluence to continue. At Harvard, they have some.
Translation, these were the classes for the stupid wealthy kids. Oh, but black people, boy. What's the new term around? DEI. We didn't ask for no damn DEI. That was your people put that in place. And then when affirmative action was in place, that still wasn't benefiting us. That benefited mostly white women more than anybody else. Black people, when we get into an affluent college or school, we actually have to be intelligent. We have to be intelligent enough to not only qualify to pass the entrance exam, but to also meet the standards on all the classes until we graduate. There's nobody giving us any freebies in college. Even when you get to the athletes, they still have to be somewhat, not as much, not depending on how talented they are. A lot of people will look the other way because they know this is the next $40 million slave. But the average athlete that's not like an all-star going pro, they still have to keep their grades up to a certain extent to play on these teams, unless they're the stars, like I said, okay? The ones that are the next potential $40 million slaves. But see, these wealthy male folks, let me tell you something. Let me make this stick for you, family. Go back and look at George W. Bush, one of the dumbest United States presidents. And like I said, I never thought that would be in times where I have to say that he would be surpassed by Jim Crow Joe Biden, okay? And now Kamami, you know what I'm saying, is trying to run. Hopefully Trump won't keep putting his foot in his mouth and get his woman the presidency, because that's what's going to happen if he keep on. Let me tell you something, man. The dummies like Bush, this is their reality, okay? They don't have to be good. Go and look up what a horrible student he was in college. This man wasn't no rocket scientist. You could tell by listening to him talk. Remember in his press conference when he ever addressed the nation, you'd be like, Jesus Christ, he's talking again. Like, please, let him get a spokesperson. Don't have this idiot up here speaking on the world stage. Made us a damn laughing stock. But see, their reality is unearned privilege and benefits. And I'm so glad that they had this conversation, because all of you need to hear it from them, not me. It's one thing if we tell you, you can be like, well, you're not really white. You don't know nothing about that. Well, these are white folks, and they know all about it. Let's let it continue.
Called the Z List. Do you know what the Z List is?
No, I have no idea. I can't wait to hear it.
Pretty sure Kushner was a Z List kid. So the Z List is
donors' kids.
Yes. Yeah, to get on the Z List, I mean, I think you need to donate like particle accelerators. It's not like
you have to donate equipment.
Yeah,
it's not just money.
It's promises.
Yes.
Ambassadorships.
Land.
Yeah, exactly. Great. And so pardons. But the Z List is like, you have a student who is so academically inept that no
tutor can help.
Oh, I can't let him get away with that. Don't clean it up. Academically and help. No. Translation, stupid. Translation, stupid. And again, family, I recommend it again. Get the book American Fraternity by Andrew Moisey. Okay, read that book. Because if you get that book and you come back to this portion of this broadcast, you'll be like, oh, damn, that's what he was talking about. Trust me, when I recommend a book for you, it always going to make sense. It's going to always be something that you can actually use in the real world. Let's let it continue.
No tutor, no study drug, no recommendation from a senator can mask the fact that this is
this person does not belong here.
This is a dumb person.
Yes.
And to let them in would be just too disgusting, even by the standards of Harvard.
It gives nepotism. It makes nepotism blush.
Exactly. This is too much. This is a bridge too far.
Like, guys, come on.
Yeah, you picture it's like a guy in like a full robe and like a white wig and like a tower at Harvard, just like looking at Kushner's transcript, and it's just like, I cannot stomach this.
Work with me on this.
Yeah.
So meet me halfway.
Exactly. So the halfway is called the Z list, and what they do is they concoct a fake volunteer project that lasts a year. That is the front, the cover, to justify their admission. So as typical Z list kid, they're a little bit older than you. They have a last name that you've heard of because it matches one of the buildings that you maybe live in, or the scholarship maybe that you're on.
Yep.
And they have a great tan because they've spent a year, in a southern hemisphere location, and
fake helping people.
And they've been building like wells, and you're like, oh.
And do they get class credit?
No, but they write like an essay, or somebody writes an essay for them about like, here's what I learned building these wells, and that tricks. I don't know who it's designed to trick. I think it might be designed to trick the child themselves.
God damn it.
That they belong.
They're like, it's like that bat kid thing. Remember that kid, the terminally ill bat? And they were like, you're Batman.
You're a bat. That's what.
And that's what, I mean, that's what celebrity is, and that's what fame and wealth are
that's
anyway.
That's what class is. That's what wealth is. It's, see, you're a bat kid. Everyone is like, you're a bat kid. And you're like, oh, I guess
I am.
Now you see why I tell those of you who are foundational Black American freedmen, don't you ever look up to these people, man, as if they're so much smarter and so much better than you. No. Just studying history alone shows you that, man, anytime they have to compete on a level fair playing field, they show you exactly what they really are. This isn't my opinion. This is history talking by way of their own ineptitude. I'll say that, okay? And by way, damn it. Never mind. Let me not clean it up. Their own stupidity. Yes, I'm saying it. It is that. It is what it is. Stupidity. Okay? Let me tell you something. This is why they have to have a system of white supremacy. Because they know, think about it. You would think that, okay, a wealthy, affluent white family, and see, this is what the Tiller class see because they see these people as guys. A wealthy, white, affluent family, you would think they would have the tutors and teachers for their kids. No. Most of the time, their children are dumbasses. So they know that in order to keep up appearances and uphold the family name, they have to engineer and arrange for them to actually go to prestigious schools, even though they're the dumbest thing in the damn school. The janitor outperformed them in any classes in there. I'm just saying, man. But hey, don't take it from me. Take it from them. Let's let it continue. Fair use, fair use.
Great.
I guess
I thought I was great.
Yeah. So I knew a lot of kids like that.
Does that? This is a separate. This is not in any way emotional. This is more ideological.
Yeah.
How cynical does seeing that make you?
Oh wow!
Because you also saw. You also dealt with incredibly intelligent people, like like Mike Schur, who went to Harvard Lampoon. Mike Schur and created Parks and Rec, Good Place, like a fucking crusher of a writer.
Yeah.
I once played Words with Friends with him. And he did 2 words I'd never heard of. So there are people that like, some of it's nepotism and like fucking rich kid privilege. And some kids just have incredible brains.
When you graduate from Harvard and they give you a diploma, there's a slip with those 2 words in it. And they're like, if you're ever in a situation.
Yeah. You really need to put the hammer down.
Yes. Well, what's interesting.
So yeah, how cynical does it make you? Or what does it make you think of the world?
Well, it doesn't match the world at all because you know that you're in this sort of alien landscape that has no correlation with society. Because another thing about Harvard is the smartest people there are often the poorest people you've ever met in your life.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, so you're meeting super brains, and then you're meeting. And what's the breakdown roughly?
It changes every year. I'm not sure exactly what it is now. But you never see either poll because the extremely poor kids are literal geniuses.
Yeah.
Who are there because they've maybe cured a disease or invented
accidentally
a
in their
robot
room.
that the military had to buy before it could be used against them. Or, they're actually the smartest people on earth. So you don't see them unless you're one of them.
Because they're just in labs.
They're
or
in a
something?
laboratory.
Yeah.
Literally trying to cure cancer.
Yeah.
Actively solving.
Not doing a great job. By the way.
Yeah. Seriously, clock's ticking.
Come on.
Yeah. And then the sort of Z-list kids belong to these things called final clubs, or finals clubs, I don't remember, which are secret societies, and they literally have these plush clubhouses that you're not allowed into. And they
all right, well here's a simple question. Who's running the world? Meaning because I don't really believe in the Bilderbergs, and I don't really believe in conspiracy theories, even knowing about fucking finals clubs and all that stuff. Yeah. Because they're dumb. So they can't they might be devious, but they're not intelligent. So I guess I'm like,
now I got to stop him right here. He said they might be devious, but they're not intelligent. But see, remember what I said at the beginning of the broadcast. Rest in peace to my great grandfather. A bunch of stupid people in the same place at the same time is one of the most dangerous things in the world. They don't have to be intelligent when they have the economic capital to make up for that and compensate for it. You would think it would help. It would. But hey, they don't need intelligence when they have the resources to do whatever they want to do. And see, this is why their children turn out dumb. I just got to go ahead and say it like it is. This is why it's a bad idea to spoil a child when they grow up with servants and everything. They don't ever have to do anything and learn from their mistakes. You're not teaching them how to work with their hands and solve their own problems. And as soon as they throw a temper tantrum in the floor, you give them whatever they want. That's how you raise an idiot. That's how you raise a person that's incapable of surviving in society. Okay? This is what a lot of their realities are. This is why they was crying the way they was during the pandemic when black folks was like, hey, man, we gonna make it do what it do. We'll find a way to survive. As soon as they take their modern conveniences away, they go to pieces. I can't get a haircut. What am I gonna do? Motherfucker, you better learn how to cut your own hair. See, boy, they better hope that nothing happens in this country where people got to go off the grid for an extended period of time, because most of us are going to be okay? Most black folks are going to be all right. Yes, I know, even if you're not a well-trained survivalist, trust me, you're going to get with other black folks that know how to make something happen, and you'll figure out a way. You'll figure out a way, trust me, okay? So I'm just saying, man, I'm glad they're having this conversation, and I'm glad that y'all listen to it here tonight, because see, why I say what I say, like my brother Black Voltron sitting in the chat room, some of y'all have had to work with them and you see firsthand how they are. And see, this is very true that most of the people that come from situations where they don't have an abundance of economic resources, those are your brilliant people. You know why? Because you actually have to figure things out. When you have everything handed to you, that makes you weak. It does, okay? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with enjoying the fruits of your labor, but you must actually make sure that that's not a handicap to you too, because having an abundance of wealth, that can be a handicap if you mismanage it and misuse it, where you never try to solve problems for yourself or teach your kids how to solve problems. That's the problem they're having here. But see, tell you why I like that. Here's why it's a good thing, family, before I let it continue. Every chance that they give us to capitalize on things, we better make sure we take advantage of it. Because when your opponent is lazy and stupid, that works to your advantage, okay? This is why they have to go so hard and pain to uphold that white system of white supremacy, because it's very fragile. They know once it crumbles, that's it. It's a wrap. And it's going to crumble. Let's let it continue.
Who's in charge of the earth?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay. Which one is he?
He's neither. He was neither.
And I'm not literally... Yeah. Was he in a finals club or was he in a lab?
Right.
Which is he closer to? Because he's pretty smart. He's a pretty sharp dude. I mean, he created a Frankenstein's monster. But
he's somewhere in the middle, right? I mean, he had a similar background, I would imagine, as me and many Lampoon writers did, which is to say, like, went to a good high school and probably wasn't considered a genius by the standards of Harvard, but was certainly considered smart. And he picked the right interest in the right field.
Yeah.
But he is the most powerful person by far from my generation.
Of course.
It's not even close.
Yeah. But so what do you know, having sort of grown up in this and not necessarily of it, but sort of you weren't like a scholarship kid. What do you think? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at? Like because I want to dispel, I'm always trying to dispel conspiracies. And it's like, it's just greed.
Right.
So do you think he had a devious plan?
Oh, do I think Zuckerberg had a devious...
Or anyone, any of these people? It's like...
Yeah, right. Is there like an actual, like true, like secret oligarchy at the top? And
for lack of a better term, yeah.
I would say there is, but it's not as well organized as people think it is.
Right.
There aren't like secret handshakes and hats and like private caves and
it's
tunnels.
Just sort of like we'll help each other.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a loose affinity that very powerful people have.
He's
for
one of
another.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a famous thing I forget where I saw this, but it was like a test to join the CIA or whatever the proto CIA was, like in the early days of government intelligence. And it was like they were trying to recruit the best and the brightest. And it was 20 questions. And this would have been early Cold War, or maybe even, earlier. And the first like 7 questions required you to know like super advanced trigonometry. And there was a question about like how to defuse bombs. And there were like 4 questions that made sure, of course, that you have perfect mastery of Russian and French. And then question 17 is like, when you're playing golf at the Montclair Club and you're on the 9th hole, which putter ought you to use?
Yeah.
And if you don't know the answer to that, you're dead. Instant fail.
He's not being facetious when he says that. See, let me tell y'all something. White folks, when they communicate with each other, they communicate in codes like that all the time, not just verbally, whether it's on test. This is why we often tell you that these movies that they have, when they come out with those, it doesn't mean the same thing to them as it does to us, okay? They are always on code communicating with each other. So he's not being facetious when he says that. He's being very, very serious. Let it continue.
Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to blend in with among powerful people, and you don't want to be the guy with a sand wedge or whatever.
God damn it! That's
another one like that is there was a scholarship, which I don't know if it exists anymore, but there are all of these scholarships you could win at Harvard, which were mostly like good, like well-intentioned philanthropic things to help like geniuses do their work. So if you were like
dirty geniuses, scrubby geniuses,
so you're a brilliant person, and you might be awarded a grant to study in Oxford or whatever, and continue your pursuit of some medical cure. And there was one that was just given for years to the most popular rich kid. And it was, I forget what it was called, but it was just like an all expense paid apartment in, I believe, Berlin, and a stipend to throw parties. And the idea behind it was, it's probably a good idea for the future of mankind for like the powerful people in this country to have like old drinking friends with our rival nations.
Yeah. And then I go,
family, I know what you're hearing sounds unbelievable, but see, you got to understand something. The good white buddies that a lot of these kids think they have, they live a totally different reality than any black person. You heard what he just said. They give them stipends just to bullshit and party. See, if you doubt what he's saying, remember the affluenza teen? Remember him? That's why they do stupid things like that, because they're in a world that's nothing like the average black person even understands. I guarantee you most people in his chat room did not get a stipend just to party and bullshit at college. And if you did do it, by the time you spent your little coins together, we're going to be a little minute before you got your paper back up to do anything, huh? Oh, not these jokers. Oh, no. They come from actual generational wealth. where they pay them just to goof off. But you heard the reason behind it, okay? So I want y'all to listen to the last part of this. This is what I really want to stick with y'all. Let's let it continue.
And you're like, maybe that's a good idea.
Because where my head goes is like, we're of the same ilk, and I would probably give you a benefit of some doubt.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because,
Totally.
like, I know where he's from. I met him when he was a kid. Like,
right.
Mutual friends. Like, and there's nothing especially evil about it. It's just human nature.
It is.
Did y'all hear that last part of that? See, you got to understand. Richard Spencer said he doesn't care about fairness. He only cares about winning. The white supremacist Richard Spencer. Now, you just heard them sitting there having that conversation. He said there's nothing evil about it. It's just human nature for them. So this is what I'm saying. To those people, system of white supremacy, that's just what you're supposed to do. They don't care anything about any type of equality or justice for anybody. They think that is human nature. They really do. See, this is why they're in such a state of fear about us getting reparations or anything. They think we're going to actually try to do to them what they did to us. Most black people don't even think that way. We don't. So I showed you that in conjunction with the Shillbillies there, so that while you see what they're caping for, you see what these people are talking about. The people that command me are actually going to do something for were the guys that you just saw talking in that interview and their children, huh? That's who they're going to do something for. Well, I tell you what, goddammit. Those of us who are foundational Black American freemen that respect ourselves and the sacrifices of our ancestors, we will not be with Kamame. We will not be with Trump. We will not be with anybody that's not providing tangibles. Foundational Black American community. That's where we stand on that, okay? From now on, if you want anything from Black America, it better be quid pro quo, or else you will get political punishment. And that goes for you Shillbillies too. So with that said, thank you to everybody contributing to the broadcast. I hope we drilled the point home tonight. I know I've pissed a lot of Shillbillies off. That's okay. That's good. I want you to be pissed off because this channel and this platform is not for everybody. This is for the actual intelligent thinking people, men and women over here. Even though we have a good time, we actually try to operate in the best interest and empowerment and protection of our people. So with that said, I want you to take care of yourselves. Salute to you. Black first. I will see you all in future content.